You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Angels, Clippers, Ducks, and Kings.
Presented by Nissan, another gorgeous night here at the Big A. Christmas in June. The Christmas tree is up, and we got a winning streak going on right now. Halos have won 3 in a row, 4 of 5, taking on the Tigers for a 4-game weekend series Thursday through Sunday. We're talking Zach Netto. Erica joins us for that and how he came through with the big bases clearing double last night. Davis Daniel, biggest night of his life. He makes his first career start in the bigs, just called up. That's important. And silencing the roar. I have no idea what that means. No idea. I know exactly what that means. Well, they'll tell me at the break. Mark Gubaza, he's the ace. We got the slugger, Tim Salmon. And I'm the utility guy, Patrick O'Neill. I'm good. I can put the halo on the helmet as they come in.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
There you go.
Was
that a great role?
Yes, that's my role. Gooby, let's get right into it. Versus the A's, right? You got a 3-game sweep, and the bats up and down the lineup really coming through.
Yeah, coming through at the right time, outscored them 17-8. No matter what the records are, these two teams, when they were together, it's always a battle. Now they're up 3 games, I think, on them now. Overall, since 2002, it's been that close, but clutch hits, and you got Taylor Ward going the other way. First home run, the right center field, Tim. And when you have a swing like that, you know everything is going to go well.
They're clicking for sure, and they got another guy, Mickey Moniak, right here, starting to warm up as well, having a great month. He got, I still don't know if that was an error or hit, but it should have been a hit. It should have been a double, but great job of hitting there. And then, of course, the next night follows it up with a grand slam. That was the big hit. That was the game that really turned the tide for the Angels. It didn't look like they were going to get much offense that night. Great job right there. And then, of course, Zach Netto coming up with the big bases clearing triple. I mean, couldn't have come at a better time when you actually, you practically had no offense the whole day until that inning.
Yeah, that really looked like it was going to be a tough one in there because, everything was going. Estes was throwing the ball really well. He had him off balance the whole game, but then you have that one opportunity with the bases loaded, and Zach Netto has been clutch. When you look back even to, mid-May, he's been the guy you want up there with runners in scoring position.
Now, guys, I've been pumping the tires of Luis Rengifo for a while, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
I have been on the Luis, the Geefy train, and now he's 3rd currently in the American League. He's 2 points off Bobby Witt to lead the league in batting. Played 3 positions yesterday. I love what we're getting out of Geefy right now.
And 20 stolen bases,
Oh, yeah.
too. I mean, his ability to hit the ball the other way, 40% of his hits are the opposite field. That allows you to stay on the baseball a little bit longer, be more consistent. Yes, power numbers are down slightly, but he's hitting the ball harder this season overall, and he's been a fantastic player.
You know what? Here's one between the lines. He has a 68% ground ball rate, which is #1 in the American League. And guess what? With that, I mean, you're not supposed to be able to hit the ball on the ground and hit for an average, right? 396. He's almost hitting 400 against left-handed pitching, 287 against right-handed pitching. I tell you what, I've been a big fan of Luis Rengifo for a few years.
Longer than me.
And I'll just say this, and I get it. He's been a little bit, roller coaster-ish. He has some dead spells. Ron Washington has definitely tapped something out of him this year. I mean, he's got him going. He's got him more focused, got him more disciplined. Whatever it is, he's being more consistent than we've ever seen him.
This is great to see. Everybody contributing, but that hit by Netto was huge, right? That was fun to see. Love the way he's played the last couple of months. Erica Weston is joining us right now. And Erica, you got some fun stuff in the locker room from him afterwards. And I think a lot of parents can relate to what Washington did, right? Put the iPad down.
Yes, Patio, no question. And you wouldn't know it by looking at Zach Netto yesterday or really at any other moment because he's such a confident guy. He was really frustrated, as were most of those guys when they had to go up and face Estes yesterday. He was really tough. He had the strikeout, the pop-out in his first 2 at-bats, and he was frustrated. So Ron Washington told him during the game, you're not going to find the answer looking in the iPad. They have been trying to tell him, you're not a home run hitter. We know he's got 10 home runs so far this season before the All-Star break, which is a historic mark for a shortstop in the Angels organization. But he's also been, working with different leg kicks, trying to figure that out with 2 strikes. I know the guys have talked about this during the broadcast a lot. So last night after the game, Wash was asked about, adjusting the leg kick and how he came through. And that's when he made the comment about the iPad. So what did Netto have to think about the help he got during the game, and how did Wash think he reacted today? Here's what they had to say.
Yeah, I was clearly frustrated early in the game, trying to do too much, and I was looking at the iPad, looking at my bats, and Wash comes over. He's like, "You're not gonna find the answer on the iPad. Just gotta tone your swing down and just put the head on the ball, and you have enough power to, drive it out of the ballpark or hit the ball hard." So took that into my next at bat, which just so happened to be the 3 RBI double, and just keep moving on from there.
Was it just more of a confidence thing, hearing it from him rather than searching for the info and video?
Yeah, you can say it's a confidence thing, or just somebody else in my corner. I was a little frustrated myself, so just trying to get out of my head and hear it from somebody else. It was definitely cool to have.
It was just a little bit of advice, and it was matter-of-fact advice. And he put the iPad down, and the rest is Netto. I just did what I was supposed to do as a manager, as a coach, as a friend. That's all I did. So the rest was up to Netto.
Great advice from a guy who's seen a lot over the course of his many years in baseball. He was also talking, guys, about his time with the Atlanta Braves, and whenever some of those stars would try to find the answers in the iPad, he got frustrated with them too. He said if they were searching for the iPad, I told him, don't even sit next to me. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't talk to you. So I love the relationship, the dynamic between those two. Certainly a little bit of that treatment with the Braves too. And who knows, it may or may not happen again tonight or anytime this week, or who knows, but the results certainly happened pretty quickly for Netto yesterday.
Yeah, we're getting a blend of the old school values with the new school. Erica, great stuff. Thanks a lot. Catch up with you throughout the broadcast. For what it's worth, Ron Washington does have an iPad. He loves to watch YouTube videos at the end of the night. Yeah. Let me go to Tim on Netto, okay? Now, you spoke with him. Can you relate a little bit to what he's going through and how did he come through?
Well, I can. And, technology is great when it's used in the right way, but sometimes technology takes you away from the game and what's going on. And I think what Wash was trying to say is, hey, don't be so focused on yourself and the mechanics of your swing and all. You're so focused internally. You need to be focused on what's going on out there, the cat and mouse. What's that guy trying to do to you? How's he trying to get you out? You need to be focused on what's coming out of the pitcher's hand. And that's what happens sometimes with the iPad, I believe, is that you can get so focused on your mechanics. Oh, my elbow's down, I did this, and you're not focused on what's coming out of the pitcher's hand. And I think that's really what it comes down to. Hey, technology's great. It's useful in so many different ways, but in that particular instance, Wash hit the nail on the head.
I think, too, when you look at this at bat last thing, when he got that 3-run double, the first pitch of that sequence was a slider upstairs. He took it. Okay, so now he was thinking, okay, he went back later on in that sequence, he went high slider, and he hit that rocket for a 3-run double. So he realized that, hey, the iPad's not going to tell you necessarily that it's going to be the same exact pitch, but he saw and recognized the first slider upstairs, took it, then he gets that exact same pitch later in the sequence and comes through with a 3-run double.
These numbers, sorry, Tim, just got to get to him. He's smashing it at shortstop. You look at the numbers since the 22nd of April. 5th in batting average, 2nd in slugging, OPS 4th. I mean, he's top 5 in homers and ribbies as well. This is a big sample size.
He's doing some great things at the plate, and here's the thing. This is another part of what Washington was saying is these young kids, sometimes they get squirrely up there and they want to, manufacture home runs and do more than they're capable. And, I was a home run hitter. Home runs are accidents. I mean, I very rarely went up there trying to hit the home run. It almost kind of surprised me a lot of times. When you put the right frame of mind, the right process, the right, you're taking swing of the right pitches, that's when home runs hit. And that's what I was talking about, Zach, a little bit today, is that, you know what, when you can go up there and take that 80% swing and your timing's right and you catch it out front, that's when you're going to surprise yourself with the home runs. But if you're up there trying to hit home runs, that's not the right way to go.
Continues to do what he's doing. It's fantastic. Gooby's going to stick around because I know what silencing the roar is. Yeah, we got to silence the roar. Tigers roar too.
Yes, they do.
Okay, and Davis Daniel, not as much as the Lion.
I'm looking forward to Davis Daniel.
Davis Daniel.
Aim in the roar.
Okay, there you go. Gooby's going to break it down. That's all coming up. Stay with us. Big start for Davis.
We We've never spoken, but you've told us many things.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
From the day to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Presented by Nissan. Buckle up for an epic test drive at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event. On a perfect night for Halo baseball, the Detroit Tigers are in town. They've lost 7 of 10. Offense is down. Angels have won 4 of 5 and 3 straight. On this day, as we flash back, we talked a lot about Jimmy Evans, just talked to him about perhaps the greatest catch ever. You look at Angels history, this is going to be right up there, is it not?
I remember that one so vividly still to this day in Baltimore. J.J. Hardy thought he had a home run lead off the game. And we've gone, yeah, that was a pretty good play by Trout. He was flying Southwest style.
Yes, he was.
Going up there to bring that one back. Half his body over the wall.
You get to fly with the team. Are you looking for some free flights or maybe those little tickets?
Well,
I like those.
When in Rome.
That's exactly right. Tim Salmon, Mark Guba's Patrick O'Neill. Gooby, back to you on Davis Daniel. Now, look at his numbers at AAA. He's making his first big league start. That's a big deal. He's last 6 decisions. ERA is up, but he throws a ton of strikes.
Yeah, I mean, ERA is always going to be higher, especially when you pitch it in that league right there in Salt Lake City, being your home. The ballpark where the baseball will fly. He's got 4 pitches he can go to. He did a nice job at it in relief last year for the Angels, but as a starter, I mean, he's got a fastball. It's going to be around 92, 95. He's got a good slider. He's got a good curveball and his changeup. And you're exactly right. He throws strikes, so allows him to get ahead of the count. And with the way the Tigers are swinging the bat right now, you get ahead of the count, get him to chase out of the zone. You just got to really keep your eye on Riley Greene, who's got 5 home runs, hitting over 400 on the first pitch put in play. So he's the one guy you want to make sure if you're throwing first pitch strikes, you got to be slightly off the outside corner because he's got some power.
89 Ks in 76 innings. That's pretty good work down there. I like a big curveball and the changeup, mainly to the lefties. I like the tilt, I guess. I don't know what's the terminology. You should like the tilt on the curveball. It's, it's straight over the top. I really like that. And, of course, the four-seam fastball at the velos he's at, I mean, he's got to locate it up. Not to make mistakes over the middle of the plate.
By the way, 7th-round pick, 2019, Auburn, from Atlanta, Georgia, but from Auburn, right? And you got Bryce Young, who started Alabama here, probably some. So hopefully he's fired up.
Yes.
He's ticked off to see.
They don't like each other a whole lot. No, the Iron Bowl. That's never a fun football match.
Pretty cool, though. Davis Daniel. How about the bullpen? Not really a bullpen type team, right, for a type of game like that came through, though, Tim, yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, Wash was saying that this team's not built around having games like yesterday, but you're gonna every team's gonna have those during the course of the year. I love the way the bullpen's been pitching, and it's not just yesterday. I mean, really the last week they've really had to come in and pick up a lot of innings. And you know what it really shows is that there's some good quality arms down there. Contreras gave the Angels 3 innings yesterday, only gave up the 1 run, although the other run was kind of a mistake on the other side, but still, he did a great job going out there limiting damage, and of course the rest of the bullpen. Krause got 2 innings, 0 runs, Moore an inning, no runs, Strickland an inning, no runs, and of course Zuniga, who's actually got sent back down to make room for Davis Daniel today. So I think the bullpen's done a fantastic job the last week. You got good, strong, some some guys that can throw strikes in other areas. So far, so good. I mean, the Angels seem to be clicking on more cylinders than they have it all year.
Well, when you think about it, 13 innings pitched, and that sweep of Oakland with just 2 earned runs, so they did their job. They were in a lot of pressure spots, and they came through in the right way.
Great numbers when you see that right there, a 1.62 relief ERA in the last games, the last 8 games, excuse me. So that's nice to see. There's Zuniga again, as Tim mentioned. He is sent back down to make room for Davis Dannon. But let's get a take from the manager, Ron Washington. What does he like best about the bullpen of late?
Yes, it certainly did. And, you know, once Contreras gave it what he gave us, and then all the other guys that we brought in, they stood up and did a good job. I think if any of those guys would have had a hiccup, it might have been a different game. But they all came in and did exactly what we needed them to do. And again, you're right, I don't like bullpen games. We don't have a bullpen built for that. You know, back in the days when Tampa was doing that consistently, they had a bullpen built for that. We really don't. But it worked out yesterday.
There it is, proof that we were there listening, because he said a lot what we just said. Let me ask you about the fact that yesterday didn't have to use the back end guys like Luis Garcia and Carlos Estevez. That's going to pay a big series here against Detroit.
Especially against, you know, when you got Jack Flaherty on the mound for the Tigers, you're not going to get a whole lot of opportunity to score a lot of runs, although he did hit him well last year in St. Louis. He's been dominant this year, so that back end of the bullpen is going to be needed here late.
All right, no doubt. All right, Gooby, thanks very much. Let's have a great call tonight.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for allowing me to hang around for the second segment.
Second segment for Gooby. Southwest is going to take you right back up. Right back up to the booth.
I'm hoping.
Our Gooby has the call with Wayne Randazzo and Erica Wesson, and we got it for you here on Valley Sports West. Sit back, relax, get the cool, refreshing beverages ready. We're talking Jack Flaherty, Harvard Westlake in the house.
Why do I?
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck!
That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
Angels Live, presented by Nissan. Buckle up for an epic test drive at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event. We are getting you set for Angels baseball. The Detroit Tigers in town for a 4-game series. Getting you set for Christmas in June. All the festivities are going to kick off tomorrow. You better believe it. Here with Angels Hall of Famer Tim Salmon, Patrick O'Neill. Tim, listen, it's going to be tough tonight against Jack Flaherty. That's just the reality. Detroit has a very good pitcher. Local guy, Harvard Westlake from Burbank, about 50 miles up the road there. What do you think it's going to take to get to Flaherty?
Well, I tell you what, 22 innings, his last 22 innings, only 1 run scored. I mean, and that was a home run by Tommy Pham. So he's really been dominating his last 4 innings, or 4 outings. You know, he's got a fastball. He's not overpowering, but he locates it super well. He loves to throw his curveball, his slider, and he's got a knuckle curve that'll work in there against the lefties. I mean, look at these numbers. This was last year against the Cardinals. The Angels really took it to him. I mean, he had a couple hiccups early in the season, 2 in the 3rd inning, 10 runs, 9 hits. I'm telling you what, the Angels, they really took it to a really good young pitcher, but he pulled it together. I mean, after that starter, his ERA was 6.29, and he got it down to 4.34, and ended up getting traded to Baltimore down the stretch. Coming to Detroit this year, they were looking for big things. They canned his cutter. He no longer throws a cutter. It's just pretty much four-seam fastball. That's maybe why he's having the success he's having right now, but without a doubt, I mean, he's in the running for comeback player of the year. The Angels, I'm telling you, they might have faced him last year at a good time when he wasn't going well. They're going to face him right now when things are going really well. So they're going to have their games dialed in, get those swings dialed in. Don't think big on him, because I tell you what, he'll eat you alive. He'll carve you up with his location. Like I mentioned, and he's got all the pitches. You know, fastball, slider, that knuckle curve, straight over the top. He's pitching pretty well right now.
Well, now you got me really nervous, Tim, with all of that. Man, you certainly. Listen, he's a free agent at the end of the year. This is a big time piece that's going to be talked about. I'm guessing he's going to get moved at the deadline, if not sooner. But 3 current MLB pitchers as we flash back to these high school teammates at Harvard Westlake. That's Giolito. You got Freed, and of course Flaherty going here tonight.
You know, those are some fresh faces right there. I can't imagine being the high school coach with that rotation. I mean, I think the biggest question you'd have is, I mean, does anybody else on the team get to pitch when you got guys like that throwing complete games in high school?
The answer is no. Nobody else. Let's take a peek at this Angels lineup. Logan O'Hoppe back in there. Taylor Ward's been playing great. We mentioned Rengifo in the last segment, hitting .308. That's 3rd in the American League, 6th in all of baseball. Sano, Calhoun, O'Hoppe, Netto, Moniak, and then Joe Adell. Joe Adell needs to get going here.
Yeah, Joe's had some good at-bats his last. You know, he had the big double the other night that drove in a run. But Taylor Ward's the guy right now that his last 5 games, I mean, hitting .389. Slugging .833 with a couple homers, a couple doubles. It's nice to see his bat coming alive. I mean, this was the home run the other night. And again, I'm a broken record, but I love to see right-handed hitters going oppo, especially with some pop. That means they're dialed in, letting the ball travel, and doing some good things at the plate. Another guy, Mickey Moniak, you got to keep your eye on Mickey Moniak right now. 15 games, .304 average. I mean, I've been talking about the bats. He's putting together some good at-bats. Had the big grand slam as well. So we're going to talk Taylor Ward, I guess. We're going to keep talking Taylor Ward.
I can jump in and help you.
Yeah, he's been doing great things. I mean, Taylor Ward, I mean, keep showing him. He's been playing great defense as well. But it's nice to see this lineup right now with 2 or 3, 4 bats that are really starting to click. I mean, with Rengifo, Ward, Moniak. Who else we got?
Well, I wanted to mention Logan O'Hoppe because...
Hoppe, oh yes, for sure.
Well, last 16 games hitting .345. I said, you're going to be catching all 4. He says, I better be. He's got the New York thing going, the vibe. He's such a leader on this team. I said, have you faced Flaherty? No, he hasn't. He said, but he gets locked in. He feels that he just concentrates more against really strong starting pitching like a Jack Flaherty. Does that ring true to you?
It does. I mean, guys like this, I mean, you know, to me, I always said the best players bring out the best in you. And I mean, I think there's always a little bit more nerves, and there's always a little bit of that, whatever arrogance or confidence is, you know, that you might normally have against, you know, the guys that you hit well. When the big guys are out there, you're kind of like, man, it's all hands on deck. You know, all your facilities are working. You're maybe a little bit nervous going into it. And I've always felt that, I always say that, I was telling my high school kids this, I said, if you ain't nervous, you ain't ready. Nerves are your best friend, boy. It kicks in the adrenaline, and I think it brings out your best play. So I think that's maybe, you know, maybe he hasn't figured it out like that yet, but that would be my answer to it.
Love it. That's a great answer. There's Logan O'Hoppe. He's playing fantastic baseball, catching Davis Daniel, making his first career big league start tonight. Stay with us.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Everybody, when the Angels win here tonight, you win free McDonald's fries. Tomorrow, get free medium fries with any $2 purchase only on the app at participating McDonald's. Back here, getting you set for Angels taking on the Tigers. And Davis Daniel, big start for him. It's his 2024 debut, and he's making his first career big league start here this afternoon. Had 4 relief appearances last year. Was pitching very well in AAA, and he's going to face a Tigers lineup, I should say, that has really been struggling to score runs. They got a couple of guys that can swing the bat, though.
Yeah, 2.4 runs per game right now. I mean, in the last 7, they've lost 7 of their last 10. This is definitely a team that's offensively not clicking right now. You know, the key for me is you got to stay away from Riley Greene. This guy, he's hitting 259 on the year, 15 homers, 41 RBIs, but in his last 16 games, he's hitting 340 practically, with 10 extra base hits and 17 RBIs. So if you can avoid him, you know, another guy, Gio Urshela, in that lineup, we know him well. I don't care what the average says. That guy's going to put together a good bat. So that middle part of the lineup right there, those are the guys that if you get any traffic out there in front of them, I'd be careful around those two right now. And I think the rest of the lineup, like you said, they're struggling a little bit as a unit.
15 home runs for Riley Greene, 41 runs driven in. So he's the guy with the bat, so you just got to avoid him.
Got to avoid them. You got to pick your poison. Like I said, you got to avoid those guys when you can if there's anybody on base in front of them.
All right, looking forward to this game, Tim. Great job. We'll see you for our Angels live post. Stepping aside, turning it over to Wayne Randazzo, Mark Ubiza, and Erica Weston. Can the Halos up the winning streak to 4? Find out next.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck! That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
I've given up on trying to get rid of batting average. There's no beating it.
Brian Kenny's always thinking about baseball, and he's fired up for 2024.
These are the standards by which major leaguers are measured.
Watch the show for the thinking fan, MLB Now, on MLB Network.
Sports, the home of the Angels, Clippers, Ducks, and Kings.
It is a terrific night in Southern California, and tonight the Los Angeles Angels are home once again to start a 4-game series against the Detroit Tigers after a clean sweep of the A's to start the homestand. Alongside Mark Dubas, I'm Wayne Randazzo, and Gooby, we saw the Angels really clicking offensively in their 3 games against Oakland.
Some key hits at the right moment. You had Taylor Ward going the other way for a home run. You know, Mickey Moniak with a grand slam, and then Zach Netto with that 3-run double yesterday outscored Oakland. They're a tough opponent there, 17-8 in that 3-game sweep.
Well, we've seen a lot of growth from Zach Netto over the course of the season, really since the end of April. But comparing to what he did last year, Netto has taken a big step forward.
You see the slug-in percentage, the batting average up over 30 points, OPS up, and WAR at 2.3. I mean, the power has been there, 10 home runs, 10 stolen bases for Zach Netto. But it's been those big moments for him, too, where he's come through at the right time. Batting average, you're talking since April 22nd amongst all shortstops in the American League. 5th best at 289. The OPS at 8.6, that's 4th best. 29 RBIs with 10 home runs, 4th best in the American League. When he's done it all swinging the bat.
He's done it all swinging the bat. He's also been very solid on the defensive side throughout the year as Netto continues to really show that he is an overall very good shortstop.
Yeah, I mean, when you see him coming through in those clutch moments there after he tracked that slider upstairs, he's been doing the same thing when he's in the field with his glove coming into that barehand. 7 defensive runs saved over his 658 innings this season. He had 3 in 7-11 last year, so he's getting better. He's worked hard on coming in on the baseball. We know how good his throwing arm, but his instincts, though, I think it separates him from most shortstops in all of baseball, not just the American League.
Now, it's been a solid sophomore season for Zach Netto as he is in there tonight against this Tigers team that got off to a pretty decent start to the year, but it's been a struggle for Detroit to score runs throughout the season.
Wayne, they were playing really well early in the season, but you mentioned that. They've been really struggling. 19-30 since, you know, when you go back to May 1st, batting average down there once the worst, and an OPS is 671. But the one guy you got to really keep an eye on, Riley Greene, 15 home runs. He's had some pretty good swings against the Angels in his career, and watch out for him, especially on the first pitch, 5 home runs on the first pitch.
It's Jack Flaherty, the Southern California native, on the mound tonight. He's starting at Angel Stadium for the first time in his career.
Remember him in high school all too well when he was at Harvard Westlake. 108 strikeouts. His slider is so much better. He's a lot more whiff percentage. The Angels got him pretty good last year. He's a different pitcher this season.
Flaherty trying to make sure he gets what he needs out of free agency coming up at the end of the year. Meanwhile, the Angels trying to make it 4 straight wins to start this homestand as they open up this series tonight against the Detroit Tigers. It's the Angels and the Motor City Kitties coming up.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot. He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? He makes the play.
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go! What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Good series for the Angels against the A's, trying to carry that over to play the Tigers. First of a 4-game series. How about Miguel Sano just signing your back here before the game?
I love that. I mean, you gotta love the way he's played, how much he's battled his way back to be playing Major League Baseball once again.
This is the first Major League start for Davis Daniel.
And this stuff, he's got 4 pitches he can go to. He did a nice job at relief last season in 3 appearances, 2.19 ERA. My go-tos for him to have success against this Tigers lineup tonight is keep that breath in there and be able to be under control. Is command the edges with his fastball. It's 92-95. He'll run it upstairs and expand the zone, though, with his breaking balls. He's got a good slider. He's got a very, very good curveball, too. So get ahead with that fastball on the edges and finish him off with those breaking balls out of the zone.
Show you the lineup for Detroit. Tigers team that has not hit the way they thought they would in terms of weighted on-base average, though. Well, Riley Greene's been ahead of the pack as he bats in the number 3 hole. Gio Urshela, who spent last year with the Angels, at least we got to see him play about half the year last year before he got hurt. Urshela playing first base tonight for the Tigers. A very underrated player on last year's Angels team.
When he got hurt, that's when the team really started to struggle. When he was out there playing, he was very, very solid. And the team was clicking at all paces at that point.
He was a big piece for them when he was healthy. Matt Vierling leads off. It's a one-hopper over Sano. Netto does track it down, but it's still a base hit for Vierling to start the game. Netto throws behind him, and Vierling able to get back.
And the defense behind Davis Daniels, he's around the strike zone, so you got to be active. And you got Zach Netto over at shortstop. And Logan O'Hoppe, really, for me, is the key guy behind the plate, working with a guy with his first Major League start. Even though he pitches out of relief, it's a different beast. So Logan O'Hoppe working very well. Daniels behind the plate. You saw Netto at shortstop, Sano at third base. Rengifo over at second, Sean at first. Outfield, you got Ward, Moniak, and Adele.
Kind of did a double take when I saw that it was Daniels' first Major League start, because we saw him a few times last year, and he pitched in long relief last year, very long relief at times. He pitched 5 innings in a game out of the bullpen last year, so you kind of had to jumble to remember that none of those games were starts, as Colt Keith fouls one off, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Just a few years ago, he was the top pitching prospect in the organization. And right now, the Angels have a lot of really good arms in their system. How about Keena Dayton? Right now, he's been unbelievable in Double-A. So there's some pretty good prospects, but he's still one right now. He throws a lot of strikes with all 4 pitches.
0-2 on Keith, and there's strike 3 called. So Daniel gets a punch out, his first as a big league starter, as Keith has a seat. And there's 1 out.
What a great changeup. Good arm action on there, too. I mean, you're talking about 4 pitches he can go to. Change piece right on the corner. Perfect spot. Nice job by O'Hoppe, just presenting that one right on the corner. Be careful on the first pitch here with Greene at the plate.
And there's a big swing on that first pitch, getting by Greene with a fastball. Well, Greene has been a standout for the Tigers this year, and he's doing what was expected of him as a first-round pick. Number 5 overall in 2019. The problem is he's basically doing it by himself. A throw to first base as Vierling dives back. Spencer Torkelson was supposed to help. He's had a bad year. He's at AAA. Javier Baez signed a big contract. He's done virtually nothing as a Tiger. He's on the IL right now. So Greene's on an island trying to lead this Detroit offense that hasn't been scoring much.
Back that good changeup again after a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. So pretty good separation between his 4-seam fastball and his changeup early.
It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Greene. Runner going, throw down to second by O'Hoppe, a good one. It's in time, and Vierling caught stealing.
That's a quick throw, catch and throw for O'Hoppe. Coming in 24% of the time he's called a base stealer. I'll go up a little bit on that throw. The perfect throw right towards the runner, and a quick tag by Netto. They don't run a whole lot, the Tigers. So this is the 10th time they've been called with 36 successful stolen bases.
Well, teams have run a lot on the Angels, and sometimes when you don't stick to your own strengths and you think you're picking apart a weakness or supposed weakness on the other side, you get in trouble.
Yeah, that's what, the 67 stolen base attempt. There's Logan O'Hoppe at the plate.
Greene shoots one toward the left field line. Taylor Ward jogs after it as it falls in for a base hit. So Greene dumps one in a good spot and has a 2-out double here in the first. Our Kia player profile takes us through the career of Davis Daniel. We saw him only in 3 big league games last year. Would have probably seen him in more if he had not had a shoulder injury that kept him out for a good chunk of last season. He didn't make his minor league debut last year until August, so there's a lot of time on the shelf last year for Daniel, but he's trying to reclaim being a pitching prospect, now 27 years old.
Yeah, you notice that spin rate on all 4 pitches pretty solid.
Here's Urshela fouling one off. One thing we really liked about Urshela last year was his propensity for making contact. He was tough to strike out, and as a result, he would get some base hits out of it, especially with 2 strikes.
And, you know, I'm looking at Rengifo where he's playing and set up. He's close to the bag. Remember, he hit a lot of baseballs that other way. So Shonwell is going to have to cover a lot of ground, I think, on that right side of the infield.
Good pitch by Daniel right over the outside corner, and it's 0-2 on Urshela, but he really can't get comfortable with 2 strikes against him, as we were just talking about.
That's when he's real good going the other way, late in the count.
Off the plate there from Daniel. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Gio Urshela, 32 years old, but still pretty baby-faced.
Yes, he is.
Been around a little bit now. As he hits this one on the ground, it's Sano moving to his left to grab it, and a strong throw ends the inning.
There's an easier way. From painting and cleaning to repairs and more. Taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
This will be the last moment you ever think of soda as being a dirty word. Soda! Because this is Poppy, and Poppy is soda. It tastes like soda, even better than others. It looks like soda, smells like soda, and fizzes like soda. Because it is soda. It will be the soda your kids and grandkids think of when they think of soda. And that's because this soda has none of the bad stuff. Instead, it has all of the flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy.
I had no idea I was still paying for in-flight Wi-Fi until I finally checked my credit card statement 14 months and $600 later. That's why I created Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place. See something you no longer want? You can cancel it straight from the app. Download Rocket Money today.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Forward as Nolan Shonwell stretches out to lead off the game. Rengifo and Ward 2 and 3 in the order. Ohapi and Netto 6 and 7, even though they have done a great job offensively this year. They stay in the second half of the lineup under the veteran manager Ron Washington.
They've been playing some solid baseball. Jack Flaherty on the mound for the Tigers. He's been outstanding. An ERA 2.92, a whip of 0.97. Struggled last year, barely under 5 as far as his ERA. The Cardinals and the Orioles.
He was traded from St. Louis to Baltimore August 1st of last year, and then he really pitched a lot worse as an Oriole than he did as a Cardinal. Ball 1 to Nolan Shonwell. He ended up in the Baltimore bullpen down the stretch as the Orioles were trying to hang on in the American League East, which they did. Shonwell leading things off. Little herky-jerky windup there from Flaherty, and that slider misses. Last year, Flaherty was starting to throw a cutter. He said it really kind of wrecked his fastball and his slider, so he got rid of the cutter, and those other 2 pitches have been a lot better.
That is a wise decision because there's better depth on his slider now.
There's the fastball hitting the outside edge of the plate at the top of the zone, so it's 2 balls and a strike.
He's generally going to be trying to be successful with his fastball at the top of the zone or above. It's not quite as firm as it used to be, but still he's got an idea how to throw strikes.
There's a big curveball getting a swing and a miss from Shonwell.
108 strikeouts with his 13 walks. Fantastic athlete too. He played third base at Harvard Westlake. He hit, fields his position very well.
Had some first inning struggles early in the year. He's gone 7 straight starts without giving up a first inning run. He's about to get the first out of the game as Shonwell pops it on the infield. Matt Vierling makes the catch.
And my go-tos to be successful against Flaherty here today, and it's going to be a battle. Because you got to keep that fastball below the upper zone. He's given up 4 home runs versus fastball when you don't chase above the zone, and don't be in that chase mode versus slider. 41.5% whiff percentage. Last year was a little over 26. That's significant as far as the rise in the whiff percentage on a slider this season. Getting rid of that cutter.
28 years old, Jack Flaherty, as Luis Rengifo goes after the first pitch, bounces it to Keith, who moves over to his left to make the play.
And the defense behind Flaherty, because you know he's going to be throwing a lot of strikes. And that's going to be important. You have Greene out in center field, 10 defensive runs saved, 2 outfield assists. We've seen over the years him make some unbelievable plays against the Angels. He's done it throughout his career. An outstanding defender out in center field. Badu out in left, Perez in right field. Bierling, you saw him over third base. McKinstry at shortstop, Keith, and Urshela over first base.
Taylor Ward cues one foul. It was a pretty good series for Ward against Oakland. A couple of home runs against the A's. Had a double in the game yesterday. Angels had some big innings they put together in their series against the A's. Prevailing thought yesterday seemed to be, well, yeah, maybe Oakland's not so hot, but the Angels were able to take advantage of the mistakes that the A's made and were able to put those big innings together, get some wins.
Stay close in the games. Bullpen solid.
Bounce to third, handcuff Bierling a bit, but he stays with it to retire the side.
Having those high interest credit cards, it felt unmanageable. My name is Belinda, and with Upstart, I was able to save money with a personal loan. From the moment that I checked my rate to getting that approval was just a few minutes. I felt relieved having the funds in my account so quickly. I was able to turn all of those, big payments into one small payment, and I was able to breathe.
Easy online borrowing. Personal loans up to $50,000. Go to upstart.com.
Best club on the market. They're so forgiving. They're just so cool. My favorite club is the Black Ops Driver. It's a cannon. I mean, wow. Wow. I play golf about 5 days a week. Sometimes it's 6. I'm Darius Rucker, and I play PXG.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
That's before that 3-run double in the 6th inning, thanks to some key advice from Ron Washington during the game. Here's what he said.
Well, what he showed me what he could do is quit trying to hit the ball out the ballpark and make contact. I have been talking to him about that all day. He was looking at his iPad, and I said, you're not going to find an answer in that iPad. The answer is you swinging, and you're looking at me every time you swing. All you got to do is put the head on the ball, and he did it.
I asked Zach if that just gave him a little bit more confidence. He said, call it confidence, call it having somebody else in your corner. What was most important to him was that he was frustrated, trying to get out of his own head. It was cool to have that in-game advice and to be able to see it pay off immediately during the game.
Yeah, what a good play there by Logan O'Hoppe on a ball that was dribbled up the first base line. O'Hoppe charging after and making the bare hand throw to first.
Yeah, he's been real good getting out of that position. But going even back to when we talk about Zach Netto and his leadership skill, O'Hoppe with his leadership skill. But you look back at that at bat when he had the 3-run double. Slider upstairs early, took it, recognized it, and got that slider back later in the sequence and doubled to left field to drive in all 3 runs.
Akil Baddoo looks at strike 1, showing bunt on the first pitch, and that's a good idea for Baddoo, who is 5 for 41 to start his season at the major league level. The 4 of his 5 hits are extra base hits. This guy's never really hit much at the major league level until the Tigers find better options and at least get some guys healthy again. Baddoo's back on the big league roster.
He's got a lot of speed when he puts the ball in play. He's a threat.
mentioned Torkelson. They've got Parker Meadows at AAA. Kerry Carpenter's on the IL along with Baez. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Baddoo. So the Tigers just not deep enough right now to withstand injuries to their lineup. That's why they've tumbled since the beginning of May, and they're 6 games under 500 under A.J. Hinch, former World Series winning manager of the Astros.
One of the many teams in the division at one point above or at or above 500. They've been struggling since May 1st.
And the Royals have slid down a bit, but not the Guardians, although Cleveland having a tough time tonight. Swing and a miss by Baddoo. Good 3-2 changeup for a strikeout from Daniel.
He's got great arm action, Wayne, on his changeup. They're recognizing fastball. They haven't seen him before. That's always an advantage as a pitcher, but his action on the arm, the way he throws his changeup, is perfect right now. You see and recognize it, thinking it's a fastball, but out in front at 85.
2 up, 2 down. Here's Justin Henry Malloy as he looks at a strike over the outer edge. Daniel seems like the kind of guy you like to have around for depth. If he's not even one of your regular 5, he's a good option to be your 6 or 7 or 8.
Tell you what, he's under control and he's around the strike zone a lot with all his pitches. Even if he misses, it's not by a lot. So as a hitter, when you're going in the batter's box against him, you know it's going to be around the strike zone, and you're more apt to go after a few of the other pitches that are just barely go off the corners.
He's from Atlanta originally, but he ended up in Montgomery, Alabama, and then stayed in Alabama to go to college at Auburn. He's actually a college teammate of Casey Mize, the Tigers starting pitcher, who we'll see on Sunday. Ground ball up the middle, tough spot. Rengifo backhand long throw, and it is in time. How about that play by Luis Rengifo?
It's almost as if he was playing third base again. How far he had a range on that one. It looked like it was going to be a play for Zach Netto. Takes it away, and by the time he throws it, he's almost shaking hands with Miguel Sano.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
Bobby Witt Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Witt Jr. That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic pop that's only going to get better.
You're facing the Detroit Tigers. Rap guy looking for some offense today against a very, very difficult pitcher on the mound. So when you get that one pitch, you can rap. You got it covered. The right guy at the plate, maybe do so against Flaherty and Miguel Sano.
All right, you steered us back with that one. I don't know where you were headed, but you got us home.
Yes.
Here's Miguel Sano leading off as he looks at a strike on the outer edge from Flaherty. Jack Flaherty out of Harvard Westlake High School. He was a first-round pick of the Cardinals. And famously, and as we've discussed many times, that same high school team is Max Fried and Lucas Giolito, although 2 years younger than those two guys.
There's that thing with the glove, too. I remember Urban Santana did that. Reason why you do that sometimes when hitters would recognize when you're going in deeper in the glove on certain pitches. So if you move the glove like that, then maybe it's the same thing. You're looking, maybe it's a fastball, maybe it's a break ball, maybe change up. But he was the Saturday pitcher for that team. That's how good that team was at Harvard Westlake, and he was a great third baseman.
Ryan Dempster doing that glove shake as well before his deliveries. 2-2 on Sano. And a high fly ball, left center field. We'll see if it carries enough. Greene is back out near the wall. It's gone. Miguel Sano. It's a majestic home run. His first since coming back from the IL. His second of the year, and it's 1-0 Angels.
Baseball had some height to it. As usual with Sano, some exit velocity. 108.5. Rap God there. He rapped it out for a home run. Now you believe, don't you?
Oh,
Wait,
man.
you believe.
I really do. You took us in a big route and you got us right home.
That ball had some height.
You need the helmet for the halo.
Exit velocity of 108.5 with a 38-degree launch angle. That had some height and some distance.
Here's Willie Calhoun. It's the first time Sano has hit a home run here at Angel Stadium as a member of the Halos. And get this, 20 straight home games for the Angels in which they've homered against the Tigers. That is the longest such streak for the Angels in franchise history. Goes back to.
And that was on a fastball, the 5th home run that Flaherty's allowed versus his fastball. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that Sano hit out.
2 balls and a strike on Willie Calhoun, the designated hitter. He lashes one to the right field corner, but hooked it foul.
Bottom line is he got that fastball down. He was rated thigh-high inner half of the plate. He had some lift to it. He knew it. Whew. That is some sound.
Ball 3 to Willie Calhoun. Well, when you've hit as many home runs in the major leagues as Sano has, now 164, you know when you get one. Three balls and 2 strikes on Willie Calhoun. A wave and a miss on the back knee slider.
Back to that home run where he had that launch angle to be able to lift that baseball as high as he did. Always got to hold your breath when Riley Greene is going back, but that's just too far over the wall. Guys in the dugout loving that swing for Miguel Sano. He battled all the way back. It's a lot of it right now as he's trying to get stronger at his lower half. That was all with his hands.
Hoppy swings and misses on a fastball. 95 from Flaherty, who's given up 11 home runs now on the season. It's almost as many walks as he's issued, 13.
It's almost like Fergie Jenkins. That one year he had more wins than walks one year. The Hall of Famer.
There's a strike on the inside corner. Flaherty has 5 wins. Tarek Skubal leads the Tigers staff with 9. It's tough to get some run support if you're a Tigers starting pitcher. Logan O'Hoppe has certainly provided run support for his pitching staff throughout the year.
Hey, what, Roberto Ortiz has a pretty big zone working. So
from Flaherty. So back-to-back strikeouts after the homer by Sano.
So he's got one on his slider, got one on his curveball. It's a lot of punch-outs with his breaking pitches.
2 up, 2 down, and the batter is Netto. Angels saw Flaherty last year when he was with the Cardinals, and they really knocked him around. He gave up 10 runs in that game on May 4th at Busch Stadium. Only lasted 2 1/3 innings. That's the only time they've ever seen Flaherty. Netto with a check swing fouls one off. Flaherty signing a 1-year deal with the Tigers for this year, and he had a revenge game in mind when he pitched against the Cardinals earlier this year. He had a career high 14 strikeouts in a game against his former team. 1 ball, 1 strike.
See that good balance he has on the pitching rubber and drives towards the plate.
That ball rocketed foul. Now keep his head on the ball. That's what Ron Washington says.
Yes.
Don't look at the iPad. Don't look at me.
Just see the baseball, hit the baseball.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Netto. We talked about it a lot in the open. It's been a big leap forward offensively for Zach Netto this year, from year 1 to year. And very consistent over the last 2 months. I think there has to be a fan just dropped what seemed to be an easy pop fly. He's hanging his head in shame right now. His friend is just giving him all the business. As Netto takes strike 3 calls. So Flaherty strikes out 3 in a row after Miguel Sano gets the Angels on the board. The second homer of the year, high and long. It's Miguel Sano to make it 1-0 Halos.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
It'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot. He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? He makes the play.
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Tonight, a home run. Zach McKinstry takes ball 1, leading off here in the 3rd against Davis Daniel.
It's the 17th career home run for Sano versus the Tigers.
There's a strike to McKinstry. McKinstry was on the wrong end of a fairly historic triple play in a game earlier in the week when the Tigers were playing the Phillies. He bunts here foul. It's 1-2. McKinstry was at 3rd base. There was a soft line drive to the Phillies pitcher Aaron Nola, who quickly threw to first base. And I guess McKinstry thought the ball hit the ground or something because he just sprinted home thinking that Nola forgot about him. But because of that, McKinstry ended up being the 3rd out on a 1-3-5 triple play, the first of its kind in 95 years.
And I'll make an argument. Everyone says the double plays pitcher's best friends. I'll take the triple play any day.
Did you ever have one hit behind you?
No, but I wish for it every time. I know that.
1-2.
Maybe I'll go by, underneath the Christmas tree tomorrow and wish for that at some point.
The Angels turned one last year.
That was debut of
Shonowell's debut. That's right. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Zach McKinstry. He slaps one foul. McKinstry's in the lineup because of the injury to Baez. Issue with his lumbar spine as Baez has dealing with that back issue. Same issue for Kerry Carpenter as well. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Daniel has a strikeout in each inning so far.
That was a slow curveball. Logan O'Hoppy's done a nice job behind the plate here today, calling the pitches. Davis Daniel has a good curveball. And that swing and miss. So he's got a couple on his changeup, and now with his curveball at 78. So great separation in the speeds of his pitches so far.
1 out. Here's the catcher Carson Kelly. Whiffs on that curve again as well.
Looked up at his scoreboard. I thought that was Matt Moore's picture.
A little resemblance on the scoreboard at least. Flied out toward right. Back for it is Adele. This ball at the warning track, and Adele makes the catch.
And Logan O'Hoppe so far flashing the defense is our T-Mobile coverage cam. Caught stealing. 2-6. Bierling thrown out. Throw there by Logan O'Hoppe, and quickly out of that catching position makes a strong sidearm throw to first base. And the slow roller, so he's been bouncing all over the place, Logan O'Hoppe, defensively.
Matt Bierling looks at his strike. O'Hoppe with 17 base stealers caught so far this year. The last catcher, age 24 or younger, to do that was Mike Zunino for the Mariners 9 years ago. Last Angels catcher to do it was Buck Rogers in the second year of the history of the franchise.
Say that's a few years ago, man, with Buck.
1962, an original Angel, a future Angels manager, Buck Rogers. Strike 2 to Matt Bierling. Bierling with a base hit in the first inning. It was an infield hit. Riley Greene blooped a double down the left field line. Later in the inning, it was actually Bierling who was caught stealing by O'Hoppe. Since that double by Greene, Daniels retired 7 in a row. And just missed there to make it 8.
He doesn't miss by a lot. He's got to set up for either his changeup or slider here.
The end of the bat, a pop-up. Out goes Rengifo, backpedaling and calling on the outfield grass. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Davis Daniel.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot. He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? And he makes the play.
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
Angels and Tigers tomorrow. The first 25,000 fans in attendance will receive those Christmas slippers, courtesy of Bally Sports. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info on Christmas in June. Are you going to be able to bring your diet of the 4 or 5 food groups tomorrow?
Yes. For Buddy the Elf, yes.
What were they? Maple syrup, sugar,
candy corn is in there too.
Yes, I do. Guys, it's candy, candy cane, candy corn, and syrup.
Yes.
Come on.
That is fantastic.
I think we got 1 or 2.
Yeah, you got the candy corn in there. I was working my way to candy cane.
Syrup.
Yeah.
Candy cane, you were gonna get there.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, you're the rap god.
Oh, the rap. I'll have a Christmas rap song working tomorrow.
Well, anyway, expect to have those food groups covered here in the next few days.
Or next few minutes would be perfect.
Well, even better. Moniak gets a chopper to first. Backhand by Urshela leads Flaherty to the bag, and there's one away here in the third.
We saw Urshela playing some first base last year. Such a good third base. Remember, he even started off the season as a shortstop, starting opening day shortstop for the Halos. Played a little second, but he's really good at third, but starting to play some first base. Those hands are excellent for Urshela.
A really nice player to have around for a team that, you know, you're going to need depth over the course of the season. You're going to need it, and there's no way that Gio Urshela is not going to play a lot at various positions. Oh, Joe Adele.
You almost had to play your position there, field your position.
That was straight at me, but fortunately just above us.
You had that play.
That's the last guy in the world I want hitting a ball
Yes.
into this booth. 1 ball, 1 strike on Adele.
It's going to be really important today for Joe Adele against Flaherty to be able to stay on his slider, make it sure it's in the strike zone.
Two balls and 1 strike. Flaherty drops in the curveball, and it's 2-2 on Joe Adele. Swing and a miss as Flaherty has his 4th strikeout. He gave up 10 runs against the Angels last May at Busch Stadium.
Yeah, a lot of those base hits, they were putting the ball in play against them. One a ton of power, but good consistent contact. Didn't have that swing and miss slider last season. He's got that working this season. See how flat that slider was. It got hit. That one got out by Rengifo. That's a lot of earned runs to give up.
He's up to 112 strikeouts on the year, including 4 tonight. You see some of the pitchers that have allowed 10 earned runs in a game against the Angels. Oh, Hall of Famer on there, Roy Halladay.
And look at that list. There's quite a few of them have had either no hitters or perfect games too.
So it happens.
Yeah,
shake it off.
Well, that's the best way to do it after giving that many runs. Not a so perfect game.
1 ball, 1 strike on Shonowell. It's a line sharply to right field, a base hit.
Nice job on that slider.
Trout single keeps it going for Rengifo. Only American League pitchers right now with more strikeouts than Flaherty are Garrett Crochet and Cole Reagans.
There's a couple of lefties. Flaherty the lone right-hander with that strikeout pitch is working.
Tarek Skubal, Flaherty's teammate, also has 112, another lefty. Flaherty has struck out 4 tonight, but he gives up a 2-out hit to Shonowell, and Rengifo was trying to plug that curveball up.
Yes, lost the hand on the bat too. He's strong enough with one hand to hit a ball out. He remembers that home run he hit against him last year in St. Louis.
1 ball, 1 strike on Rengifo.
Good hack on that fastball. You would think he's got 2 options here after a swing like that on a fastball. Either a slow curveball or a changeup. Although he doesn't throw a lot of changeups. Curveball may be the option. He could still try to lift that one if he were Rengifo, or go the other way, which he's done so effectively.
Line toward the left field line. That's a foul ball. That just missed being fair. Shonowell still running, thinking he may have been, but Rengifo missed extra bases by about a foot. Maybe not even.
So good going the other way.
Ball 2 strikes. Rengifo, it's a sharp ground ball to right at the shortstop. McKinstry to first to end the inning.
Chris Christopher Russo is the mad dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. It's a good one. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
From the day's first pitch to the night's final out, MLB Network sets the stage for fans every day.
So it'll be interesting to watch what happens here
all season long. See the players who are making a statement.
Hey, let's check out the board, folks.
With live games every week.
Inside the park we go.
Cutting-edge baseball chatter. Plus highlights, analysis, and live look-ins on MLB Tonight. MLB Network. The game is the star.
Detroit Tigers starter Casey Mize, teammates in college at Auburn University back in 2017-2018. There's Casey Mize. Spoke with him before the game. He remembers him being a super great competitor, but also a great ping pong player. He said probably the best in the clubhouse, but he pitched in big moments for them back at Auburn right when he got on campus. He described him as having a whippy arm, spinning the breaking ball, great fastball, just a good competitor and a good friend. He said he texted Davis this morning and said, "I'm just looking forward to watching you pitch tonight. Best of luck. Hopefully they can get a picture sometime over the next weekend." Cool to see teammates back in college on other sides of a Major League diamond.
That is cool, especially a great baseball program. We know how good their football program is, but their baseball program's had some really good Major League players over the years.
Frank Thomas.
Yes. And a guy played two sports pretty well, too.
Bo Jackson.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, I've heard that. Colt Keith lines one to the gap in left center. Taylor Ward comes in, makes the running catch.
That swing from a left-handed batter is going to drift back towards Taylor Ward. He's able to run that one down and get that lead-off batter.
So one out, and here's Greene, who doubled in the first inning. He was the last Tiger to reach base. There's a strike from Davis Daniels. Since then, 8 in a row have been set down by this 27-year-old Angels pitcher, making his first Major League start tonight.
He has thrown a ton of strikes. He's thrown 43 pitches so far, 30 strikes.
That's the thing you like about Daniels, that he can locate. I mean, he's not overpowering. He's got a good pitch mix, and he can throw strikes. He can dot it where he wants to most of the time.
He's faced 12 batters, 11 first pitch strikes.
I mean, that's all you can really ask for from a young pitcher. And as we've talked about a lot, you don't have to come here or throw 98 and dominate that way. You can pitch with changing speeds and hitting your spots, and that's what Daniel's doing so far tonight. Greene, though, has been able to get him twice the other way. See if Greene tests Ward. He does not. He stays at first with a one-out single.
This is a really impressive piece of hitting. That pitch was off the outside corner. Talk about edges. That was off the edge, and he still hit it hard. Just punch it that way. He's got a real solid two-strike approach, too. He's a really good all-around player. Already with 34, 35 now. Extra base hits this season with that double in the first inning. 2 for 2 today.
Brings up Gio Urshela. Strike at the knees. So now 13 batters face, 12 first pitch strikes for Davis Daniel.
Hogan O'Hoppe got that call for him. Would have been a little below the strike zone.
Tied up Urshela as he fouls that one off. Daniel has been starting at AAA, so he's plenty stretched out. His last appearance, he worked 6 2/3 innings. That was last week. 1 week ago today against Reno, gave up 3 runs in that game over 6 2/3 innings through 92 pitches. 106 in the outing before that against Las Vegas.
He held that the last second. That's a good spot, though. Remember, he tied him up with a fastball in. The first bat when Greene was at second base. That 0-1 pitch was in. Held the baseball for the runner. Greene's got 4 stolen bases, and also to throw the timing off Urshela at the plate. Although the veteran there, he was still cool and didn't chase that slider off the plate. He was throwing off the timing of Greene at first base, got in that stretch position quickly.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Urshela. Good double play candidate as he fouls one back. Urshela never has been blessed with great speed. He's hit into 7 double plays this year. It's a byproduct of his game, a guy who makes a lot of contact, hits the ball on the ground quite a bit, and doesn't have great speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Urshela pops this one. Right side, Shotwell may have a play reaching over, and he did not hang on.
Almost made a great play on that one. Just touching the glove.
And a Dodger hat. Get out of the way. This has nothing to do with you. It's the Angels and the Tigers here today.
You can see what Urshela's trying to do. He's trying to hit the ball to the right side.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Urshela again looking that way, fouls it off. Urshela grounded out to third his first time. Greene with a base hit. He can steal a base runner or 2 every now and then. So Urshela misses, or rather Urshela takes a ball that was missed off the plate by Daniel. Greene 4 for 4 in steals. Wensil, Perez, and Javi Baez are tied for the Tigers team lead in stolen bases with 6. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Netto picks it, flips to second one, over to first 2, a double play.
This is what you asked for, Wayne, a double play ball.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck!
That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
The power of
it starts with kindness, reaching out, a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together. 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 Together.
Draft pick out of the University of Alabama. Heisman Trophy winner there, Bryce Young.
Modern day product also.
Born in Philly, though. I'm surprised you didn't get that in.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to give me a shot at that one. For a touchdown, Alabama.
Pretty friendly with C.J. Stroud, who took the league by storm last year. Another kid from around this way. I did a USC basketball game earlier in the year in February or March. Wanted to see Bronny before the Lakers drafted him. But C.J. Stroud at that game was wearing an Inland Empire 66ers hat. Repping the halo.
Yes.
Ward waves at that breaking ball. 5 strikeouts for Flaherty. 1 down here in the 4th. Here's Bryce Young in high school picking apart California.
Mater Dei is this state. That's a powerhouse. When you look at Mater Dei in all sports, they are a powerhouse. 58 touchdowns. That's a pretty good year. That's not bad.
He stayed in a very similar color scheme going to Alabama, playing for Nick Saban there, and now he'll try to dig the Carolina Panthers out.
Man, he is super fast too. Let's give him an offensive line and get some of those receivers. Bunch of them here today. A shot.
Well, the Southern California quarterback I'm most concerned about is Caleb Williams.
Of course you are. Yeah, that is a shot.
Sano hit a high towering home run in the 2nd inning tonight. First time an Angels cleanup batter has hit a home run in a couple of weeks since June 7th. It's his 17th career homer against the Tigers. Spent a lot of time facing them in the AL Central with Minnesota, but he strikes out here, and that's 6 now for Flaherty. 2 up, 2 down. Head to the Big A Friday, July 12th, and add a hat to your collection. And the first 25,000 fans will receive an Angels cork hat, courtesy of Pocari Sweat. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info. I don't think I've ever worn a cork hat before.
Well, you get a chance now.
It'll be my first. Yes. Oh, cotton candy here tonight.
Oh, my favorite.
Wonderful. Here's Willie Calhoun. There's a drive out toward right center. Calhoun stands up on it, hits it a long way, and the Angels have a 2-0 lead.
Boy, Willie Calhoun jumped on that one. 105 off the bat, going 4-14. 2nd home run. 14th extra base hit. Talk about getting out of there quickly and jumping on some cheese. Doesn't get to wear it a whole lot, but there it goes. There it is. It's back.
Halo secured. Now Hoppy with a high fly ball. This one won't carry. Badu, the left fielder, ranges over. As the Angels carry a 2-0 lead into the 5th. Big Willie style. Willie Calhoun drives one out. Mickey Moniak, a big fan of that blast. And Bryce Young, loving life.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning on MLB Network and MLB.tv.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show every swing is a big mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out, a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together.
Together. Together.
Davis Daniel has been on the first pitch. 12 to 13 batters faced. Strike one. The only one not just barely out of the strike zone. He's been that good with all his pitches, not just his fastball, but all his pitches working in the strike zone. First pitch.
This ball hit hard out toward right center. Good jump by Moniak, moving back, makes the catch out onto the warning track. Good play by Moniak off the bat of Wensil Perez.
Yeah, when you're around the strike zone like that, you're going to be aggressive, hit that ball well, but Moniak able to run it down. He's been great out in the outfield, Moniak, with his reads off the bat. It's a nice play. Running his way towards Pachanga.
One out here in the fifth. Akil Baddoo, the batter. Off the glove of Ohapi for ball one. Baddoo struck out his first time. Davis Daniel has struck out 3 batters so far. Baddoo bunts third base side foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's try that now a couple times.
Baddoo grew up in Georgia. His dad is from Ghana, and his mom is from Trinidad and Tobago. So very international. Tobago or Tobago? Like tomato, tomato?
I was thinking of that old TV show. Cindy Williams on there.
Swing and a miss. 1-2. What is it?
I'm trying to think about it. I'm having a little tough time on that one.
1-2 on Baddoo. Grounds it foul, yanking it past first.
No, it's Laverne and Shirley. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. What did that have to do with Laverne and Shirley?
Oh, just the way you were saying that too.
Oh, tomato, tomato thing. All right, thank you.
Yes, you remember the song. Come on.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Yes, it's all coming back to me now.
Yes, as well it should.
Great Milwaukee-based TV show.
Yes.
2-2 on Baddoo. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Third punch out with his changeup today.
4th strikeout for Davis Daniel, but nothing compares to our Carl's Cam replay and Mike Trout.
J.J. Hardy thought he had a leadoff home run. We thought he had an earned run, but Trout goes, you know what? I'm going flying. Halfway over the wall for Trout, bringing that one back. I can't believe that is 12 years ago.
It was June 27th, 2012. That amazing catch by Mike Trout right over the Southwest airplane. This is Justin Henry Malloy, who bounced out to second his first time. He strikes out here, and it's a quick inning for Davis Daniels. Put up 5 scoreless innings.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and every play ball. Saturday mornings at 10.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
You know, Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck!
That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot. He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? And he makes the play.
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
August 18th. Visit the Gate 5 Courtyard for fun activities and stay after for Kids Run the Bases. For a full list of family Sundays presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink, visit angels.com/promotions. Zach Netto hits one fair down the third base line toward the left field corner. Badu comes up with it quickly, but it's another double for Zach Netto, his team leading 19.
The battle of number 9's won this time by Zach Netto. It's closer and closer to 20 doubles at 19th, like you said, Wayne. That's impressive. Curveball that got a little more of the strike zone. He turns on it, rocks it down the line for a double, leadoff double. Another first pitch hit, and batters have had success on the first pitch. In the game, 485 on first pitch. Calhoun's home run first pitch.
Moniak here going after the first pitch, but missing on a breaking ball. A leadoff double. The Angels with a couple of solo homers against Flaherty, and now a chance to add to the lead.
At the very least, you want that ground ball to the right side of the infield.
Angels on the first pitch throughout this season. Well, it's been a source of success. 5th best batting average and slugging percentage in the majors on the first pitch, 4th in OPS.
Some damage done. Recognizing that could be your best pitch in the sequence.
Much of that you think comes from Johnny Washington and the hitting coaches.
Like a lot of times when you hear from Johnny or even Tim Laker that, you know, during the course of an at bat, that might be the best pitch. You don't have to try to work counts. The bullpens are so strong now. You don't have to try to get a starter out of the game. So if that's the best pitch you're going to get, be ready to swing.
And even though we've seen it a lot, we saw it with Glasnow on Saturday. Even when the starter has still coming out after 5 or 6 or 7 innings.
Exactly.
And Glasnow threw 74 pitches last Saturday, but he still only went 7. And that pitch count would make you think he could go 8 or even 9.
Gavin Snow went 9 for the Dodgers yesterday's shutout.
He threw 103 pitches in that game against the White Sox, who scored 1 run today, but that was enough to beat the Braves 1-0. Chris Sale against his former team, the White Sox, allowed a first-inning homer to Luis Robert, and that was it.
He's been great for the Braves this year.
It was a makeup game from an earlier rainout. 3-2. Those are always fun when you have to go back to a city for one game.
Yeah, that is perfect. It's refreshing.
I bet, yes. Moniak grounded out his first time. It's a high pop-up. Vierling makes the catch. 1 out. We'll hop around with Hyundai.
With features you won't find on CR-V, RAV4, or Forester, only a Tucson compares to a Tucson.
So Moniak unable to move the runner over. Now Joe Adell will have a chance to bring Netto around from second base after a leadoff double. Adell with a strikeout his first time. Flaherty has struck out 6, now 114 on the year. That's the 3rd most in the American League, behind the Royals' Cole Reagans and the White Sox' Garrett Crochet. Bounced back to the mound. It hits off of Flaherty. Adell racing for first. Underhand flip is just in time. Netto moves to third as Adell almost ended up with a gift infield hit.
And you saw what Flaherty was doing. He was looking at back. Still mentioned he's just a good fielding pitcher. Recovered. The ball got him in his throwing hand, it looked like.
Flaherty was really wrecked for a couple of years by injuries, especially the shoulder problems that also led to an oblique problem. And it was a bad oblique tear that he had in a game that he had pitched against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Shotwell lines a 2-out base hit to score Netto. 3-0 Angels.
Another first pitch rocket hit. 2 for 3. Base hit the right center, base hit the left. Shotwell. That's it. It's a great swing and a good approach on that first pitch. Again, a sinker out over the plate. Didn't try to pull it, stayed on it. Let that baseball travel. Lines it in the left field for a single RBI. 26th RBI for Shonowell.
That's 3 runs now against Flaherty, who had given up a grand total of 1 over his last 4 starts. A home run to Tommy Pham in his last outing. He had 20 consecutive scoreless innings before that.
He's been unbelievable in June.
The Angels have gotten to him. 3 runs, 5 hits so far. Meanwhile, Davis Daniels throwing a gem against these Tigers. Last time Flaherty gave up more than 3 runs in a game, he'd have to go all the way back to April. He allowed 4 in a game at Tropicana Field.
It's amazing when you see those numbers and successful swings on the first pitch put in play against a pitcher. It's, you know, that it's going through the scouting report. He likes to throw either around the strike zone a lot, and they jumped on it.
They have 3 times in this inning alone. Fouled off by Rengifo. Almost hit a wreath out there.
Yes. I would have been upset.
Next week we'll see the bunting around Major League ballparks celebrating the 4th of July. Shonowell is running, throw to second base, and it is not in time. A stolen base for the speedster, Nolan Shonowell.
Second stolen base of his career. Ron Watson has been joking about that. He's given him the opportunity to be able to steal some bags. And it looked like he kept his hand on the base. He's clearly in there. He's got that oven mitt. He's making some Christmas cookies.
Well, Ron Washington's message to the rest of the Angels was, if Shonowell can steal a base, you can too.
He was challenging Willie Calhoun. Willie says, "I'll just run around the bases."
There's a fly ball out toward right. Rengifo's going to take a tour around the bases. That's gone. A 2-run homer. And the Angels have sprung for 3 in the 5th. They lead 5-0.
Second home run now for Rengifo against Flaherty. That ball got out in a hurry also. Some power. Against Oakland, they had some big innings. It's a big inning working here now in the 5th. 2-run home run by Rengifo. What a game for Giffey.
What a roll for this offense so far on this homestand. 5 runs off Flaherty. They have scored at least 5 runs in each game of this homestand so far.
Went down a guy, a slider.
First home run in the month of June for Luis Rengifo.
Now pretty far also.
He's become such a contact hitter, spraying the ball to all fields. He hasn't really shown the power that we know he has. Luis Rengifo cracks a 2-run homer here. So the Angels with 3 2-out runs. And now Taylor Ward with a line drive to left field to end the inning. It's been a rude homecoming for Jack Flaherty, pitching at Angel Stadium for the first time. He's allowed 3 home runs, and this one causing a little bit of a tug of war, but a happy crowd here at the Halo Big 8 tonight.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What Hims does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
Those look good. We've got to get you some.
Oh, we don't need to get one.
No, today.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, baby. Your boots have holes in them.
All right.
They look so good.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
The salty air, the golden light, reflections of who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming. Luxury meets performance. Peter Millar.
Three home runs, serious power. 88 now on the season for the Halos.
Home runs in this one from Sano, Calhoun, and Rengifo. It's the second time this year the Angels have hit 3 home runs this early in a game. They've all come off of Jack Flaherty. Fly ball to left off the bat of McKinstry. Zach Netto.
Kelly Leak again. Take a look at our frontier play sense. The strikeout so far for Davis Daniel. Changeup, outside corner looking. Another changeup away swinging. Curveball down and in with a punch out. And then another changeup. 3 strikeouts with his changeup today. 1 with his curveball and then 1 with some cheese at his fastball. So really, really solid performance so far by Davis Daniel.
Hit hard toward third. Sano is able to make the play. Looked like he caught it on the fly. He did. And 2 quick outs for Davis Daniel here in the 6th inning. He's only thrown 67 pitches to get through 5 2/3.
A lot of strikes. Oh, some quick hands by the big man there at third base after a home run he hit.
Here is Matt Vierling, 3rd time through the order now, and there's another first pitch strike. 17 out of 19 batters.
Unbelievable. Ron Washington will have fun with that one. The other day, Griffin Canning, 25 batters faced 20 first pitch strikes.
It's a good thing for a pitcher to get ahead, especially one that relies on command and changing of speeds. Sometimes a power pitcher can get back being behind in the count, but guys like Davis Daniel have a tougher time when they fall behind. He has not done that at all tonight.
Yeah, Barry Enright's got to be really happy that the Angels pitching coach, what he has seen from him today and what he saw from Griffin Canning just the other day. Just the trust in the game plan, get ahead and finish off the plate.
There's strike 3 called. A beauty from Davis Daniel. He has carved up the Tigers through 6 scoreless innings.
Grand Canyon University's RN to BSN online degree program makes earning your bachelor's in nursing possible. Balance online coursework with local in-person clinicals to position yourself for potential leadership opportunities in the time you have from wherever you are, leaving room for what matters. Your personalized plan and team can help you achieve your goals. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
They said optical shops weren't very inviting, so we, Warby Parker, created ones that were. They said prescription eyewear was too expensive, so we offered more affordable glasses, contacts, and eye exams. They said opticians weren't always friendly, so we hired only the friendliest and the most knowledgeable. And finally, they said the whole experience was just kind of unpleasant, so we set out to change that too. Visit a Warby Parker store and see for yourself.
You want to take a shot at the next level? Well, this is it. What you've been waiting for. All that work, the sweat, the sacrifice. It's not a question of can you do it, but can you do it when all eyes are on you? The greats know when it's time to shine. And your time is now.
That's the showcase, baby. Let it go.
It's the perfect game showcase, where legends rise.
Miguel Sano driving out our Arco top-tier play.
Baseball went 135 feet in the air, 38-degree launch angle. 108.5 off the bat. That is serious hype for Miguel Sano. Wow, that baseball's covered.
3 times the Angels have ripped one out against Flaherty, tying a career high. And a couple of times in 2019. I mentioned the injury that he suffered pitching at Dodger Stadium. Now here in his first game at Angel Stadium, he's given up 3 home runs. He might need no pitching around his hometown.
He's given up 3 home runs, all of them over 400 feet.
Sano just tried to hit another one, but fouled it back. No balls.
Swing like that, that is a chance to get up here. So we don't go the other way.
Yes, please. It's a big field out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Flaherty, who has gotten into the 6th inning. He has not pitched 6 full innings in an outing since May 30th. A couple of outings there where his pitch count was really low.
There's some movement around, at least jogging around, getting loose down their bullpen for the Tigers.
It's about that time. Had some back pain earlier in the year. That's why he was held to a lower pitch count in a couple of his outings earlier this month. Tigers have some pitching. It's the offense that's been an issue for them. We've seen it tonight. 6 scoreless from Davis Daniel. Sano strikes out.
Tell you what, you can make an argument Scooble's one of the best, at least top 3 pitchers in the American League.
And Angels are fortunate not to have to face Scooble this 4-game series. Tigers kind of pushed everybody back really to give Flaherty an extra day. In doing so, the whole rotation got set back. So they'll face Kenta Maeda tomorrow, Reese Olson Saturday, and Mize on Sunday, and no Scooble. Scooble will pitch in the next series.
Flaherty knew he was up there hacking at the first pitch. He threw him a slow curveball at 74 miles an hour.
Calhoun with a homer his last time as he takes ball 1.
He's done a real solid job for the Angels.
Yeah, he's been a pleasant surprise, I would say. A guy that really started to lose his major league playing time over the last few years. Had one pretty good year for the Texas Rangers and kind of fell off the map. Was struggling to stay on a big league roster even.
Quite a few extra base hits. 14 of them for the Halos.
12 doubles, 2 homers. And he looks at a strike here. He was with the Yankees last year. The Yankees have really run into a stumble. They lost big tonight in Toronto. They have dropped 10 of their last 13. Carlos Rodon got beat up again tonight. This is popped toward Colt Keith. And there's 2 outs. Our Blue Moon bright spot. Logan O'Hoppe has ripped breaking balls.
Yeah, he's really stayed on break ball well. He'll go to center field, he'll go to right field forward. If it's on the inner half, a hanging break ball turn, but he's done a nice job of using that other field approach on breaking pitches. OPS at 854.
Good cut of that fastball.
And with Baltimore winning today, they're tied again now with the Yankees in the AL East. Yankees are struggling.
Line drive and a base hit. Soft line drive that goes over the head of Vierling. 2-out single for O'Hoppe. I guess the Yankees will have to determine, is this just a mid-season bump or is this something that's pointing down for them?
You wonder if they're going to try to add on whether it's a bullpen arm, a starter, or definitely some potential bats in their lineup.
Yeah, their lineup without Stanton since he got injured has looked very thin. LeMahieu is not hit. Rizzo is out for a while. They have what appears to be some issues growing in the Bronx. Netto fouls one back. Flaherty at 90 pitches now. Got up to 98 in his last start against the White Sox.
By the way, that's a pretty good indication. I'm going back to that hit by Logan O'Hoppe, how strong he is to get that ball to the outfield grass. Flaherty threw a good running fastball in off the plate, almost on the handle of the bat, and still got it to the outfield grass for a hit. Logan O'Hoppe is so strong.
Just take one look at him and understand that. This is big boy right there, the catcher for the Angels.
So you're going to try to avoid him in that boxing match, huh?
Well, he dives into second base here after a wild pitch from Flaherty.
It's a good secondary lead and going and reading that in the dirt. So he's get that secondary lead, the hop, and reads it and goes. In scoring position for Netto.
So 2 outs, O'Hoppe at second base. Netto with a double and a run scored tonight. The more you watch O'Hoppe, the more it kind of stands out. The guy who kind of mentored him in Philadelphia, JT Real Muto. As Netto hits another rocket foul, but you see a lot more of Real Muto in O'Hoppe's game the more you watch it.
Even away his catching approach behind there, bringing that baseballs back in his own quietly, not really over framing.
His running ability, Real Muto's always been one of the best running catchers in baseball.
Muto also hits the ball well the other way.
Netto reaching for that pitch.
I don't know how he fouled that one off. That was slightly off the outside corner.
Some good contact too. In the dirt again, O'Hoppe takes off for third base. Another wild pitch.
Coming into the game, Flaherty was 2 wild pitches on the season, 2 in this inning.
A little looper foul as that one was off the hands.
Joe Porter was probably thinking, I think I have a shot at that one, but you can't go after that one's being in the air.
Three balls and 2 strikes on Netto.
It's a good battle.
One foul.
Tough pitches he's fouling off.
Running up Flaherty's pitch count, so this will be the end approaching for Flaherty. Tigers bullpen is up.
So that's a pretty good swings on his knuckle curve, his fastball. If he tries a slider here, although he looks like he may want to try to go inside.
It's ball 4, so that long battle is won by Netto, who earns a walk.
It's one of those at bats for Johnny Washington and Tim Laker. You love that from a young hitter. You didn't chase on that one there. You worked the walk. So that's going to be it. And Flaherty.
First walk issued in this game from either side, and it's enough for A.J. Hinch to take the ball from Flaherty.
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Bobby Witt Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Witt Jr.
That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic pop that's only going to get better.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot.
He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? And he makes the play.
make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. By Jack in the Box, the Munchies have met their match. Try Jack's Munchies under $4 today. And by the OC Healthcare Agency, navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org.
Halo fans having a good time here at the Yard so far.
Well, it's an easy, breezy place to watch a baseball game here at the Big A.
Yes, it is.
And the Angels with the lead 5-0 over the Tigers. Could make it even bigger here with Bo Brisky in the game for Detroit.
2 and 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup. Boy, outstanding name.
Bo Brisky?
Yes. He's got a fastball that's averaging about 96, so it's a brisk fastball.
See what you did there.
He's trying to entertain you.
From Chandler, Arizona, but he went to Colorado State Pueblo in southwest Colorado. Runner going on the first pitch, and there will be no throw down. Netto steals another bag. That's number 11 for Zach Netto.
Good jump. Good decision not to throw that one. Kelly.
Swing and a miss by Moniak. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Kelly coming in, it's getting thrown out. 36% base stealers. Well above average. Some stolen bases, though, for the Halos tonight.
The Angels can really punch this one open with a base hit here. 2 in scoring position. 5 runs on Flaherty already. Could be 7. If Moniak gets a base hit with 2 outs.
Potentially would be 17 earned runs in 2 starts against the Angels for Flaherty.
I'm telling you, he needs a no SoCal clause in his contract, I think, not to pitch against his 2 hometown teams. It's not gone well for him against the Dodgers or the Angels. First time pitching in this ballpark for Flaherty. Giving up 3 home runs. 5 total runs so far. And that's how it will stay as Moniak strikes out.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game live and commercial free.
There it is, a 40-70 season.
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you.
Game over.
MLB Big Inning on MLB Network and MLB.tv.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. It's a good one. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
The walk-off waffles, a new and exciting dessert concept, section 232 and the first base food court. In addition to the classic waffle and helmet waffle sundaes, you get the specialty waffles, the delicious s'mores, and the sensational strawberries and cream.
Tonight I'm having some waffles.
Well, if we get the syrup, yeah, it covers one of your food groups.
Oh, yes.
For tomorrow.
For sure.
Christmas in June. Colt Keith leading off here in the 7th against Davis Daniel, who has been outstanding tonight. 6 innings of shutout ball. The only Tiger that's really had his number has been Riley Greene, who has 2 of the 3 hits. Greene's on deck.
Didn't happen too often. You had the battle of first names here. Davis Daniels versus Colt Keith.
I feel like Davis is more of a last name, even though it's his first name. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Colt Keith. As he loops one towards shallow right. Rengifo out, Adele in, and it's Adele to make the catch.
He's a pretty good golfer, Davis Love III.
Oh, yes. I remember Davis Love. Is he still golfing? I shouldn't say I remember him like he's 95 years old. Could still be out there.
Yeah, he was really good. I haven't seen him play a whole lot lately. He's usually in the majors.
Riley Greene, the batter, as he takes a big swing through a slider. Greene has 2 of the 3 Tiger hits. You know one thing about Daniel tonight, he hasn't walked anybody. There haven't been any extra base runners. That's a foul ball, just barely down the line.
Good change up there. It had him out in front just enough to pull that foul. He's trying to fastball upstairs when he's had 2 strikes on him. Changeup was on the inner half. He might try that changeup going down off the outside corner, although he can punch that ball the other way.
0-2 on Greene. Breaking ball misses. Greene has punched the ball the other way in both of his base hits tonight. It's good power too. A lot of extra base hits so far this year for Riley Greene. You know, when you're rebuilding. There's strike 3, and Davis Daniel freezing Greene. That is strikeout number 7.
He had him look at off speed while there was a changeup. Remember, he pulled that one foul, and then he tried to backdoor a curveball. Then he threw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball down the heart of the plate. That is what you call pitching. Have the hitter guess against you and still able to throw exactly what you want to throw.
Here's Gio Urshela 0 for 2, grounded into a double play his last time. Turning into one of the better starts we've seen from an Angel all year.
Around the strike zone, getting his punch outs. He's had 4 strikeouts. He got 3 strikeouts looking today.
There's a strike to Urshela.
Well, if you're a young pitcher, you're just watching Davis Daniel. It's the art of pitching here.
Line to right, Adele backs up, gets in position, makes the catch. Davis Daniel has been incredibly good tonight.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot!
He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? And he makes the play!
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
on first pitches tonight.
And when you see the numbers coming in, 485 on the first pitch put in play. That's the approach Johnny Washington Tim Laker had for the batters against him tonight, and successful swings and power on the first pitch.
First season as the Angels hitting coach, Johnny Washington joining Ron Washington's staff. Tim Laker, Jason Nix, also part of the hitting coach department for the Angels. And a lot of smiles down there tonight with the Halos not only winning this game, but scoring at least 5 runs for a 4th straight game and getting in position for a 4th straight win to start this homestand.
Hey, breaking news. Zach Netto and Ron Washington sitting next to each other and talking.
You'd think Zach Netto was the bench coach sometimes. He's around Wash so much. There's a high fly toward the left field corner. Badu is after it. This ball near the fence as Badu makes the catch. Adele just missed.
And that goes down in that corner. You just never know. It got real close to the wall. You mentioned that offensive late, scoring some runs here now. And it's good balance in the lineup.
Shawnuel has 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored, and a stolen base tonight for Shawnuel, his 2nd of the year. And of his young career as he fouls one off against Bo Brisky.
We joke around the other day calling him Skip because Ron Washington said he's a future manager. Then we were joking around after that first stolen base. We were calling him Ricky Henderson. So here he is with the 2nd stolen base.
Starts hitting more leadoff home runs. It'll really be Ricky Henderson. Balls and 2 strikes here on Shawnuel. Well, the developing story with Davis Daniels' first major league start being so successful. 7 shutout innings here against the Tigers tonight.
Oh, everything he's worked well with today, and a lot of first pitch strikes, a lot of strikes in general, and getting quick outs.
The last Angels pitcher, we have a pitch timer violation, I believe, against the pitcher here. The last Angels starting pitcher to take a shutout this deep into his first big league start was Jared Weaver.
Weave again made the broadcast.
It was May 27th, 2006 against the Orioles. 7 scoreless innings in his first career start. Daniel looks like he's going to go back out for the 8th inning, so this list is intact right now. Daniel hasn't joined it yet, but only 4 pitchers in the history of the franchise have thrown at least 7 scoreless innings in their first career starts. 3 in the 60s, and Jared Weaver. A crowd of 27,340 have been here to see it here tonight at the Big A.
Got the huge crowd tomorrow night. Slippers. Then the hat on Saturday.
Beanie. Nice pick by.
You look fantastic in it too.
Oh man. Urshela makes the play there. 2 up, 2 down. That was very kind of you. Two outs. Luis Rengifo went deep his last time up.
Went down and got a pretty good slider right at the lower part of the strike zone. He golfed it out. Nice play by the fan in the stands, by the way. 2nd career home run against Flaherty.
Rengifo with a 2-run homer, 1 for 3 in the game against Brisky. Waves through that changeup. Well, I may rock the beanie, but I was a guest this afternoon on the Michael Kay show in New York City today.
The Michael Kay?
The real Michael Kay, the Yankees TV announcer, also has his own radio show in New York, and he said, "Tell Gooby that I think he is the best looking analyst in baseball."
Well, thank you for that kind word. Guess I have to buy him lunch when we go to New York then.
Think about all the analysts in the game, and he thinks you even more than Paul O'Neill then. Jim Palmer, your hero.
Yes. Cakes.
Dallas Braden. Anyway, that's a high compliment. 1-2 strikes on Rengifo. Rocketed up the middle off the glove of McKinstry.
Well, he has been impressive. Now qualified now for the batting leader in the American League, and he's got 2 more hits today. Back up the middle, right over the bag.
Rengifo, the base hit there, making him 2 for 4 on the night. As Taylor Ward fouls that one off. So that puts Rengifo's average at 312, which makes him the American League leader in batting average.
That's impressive. How many hits have gone the other way? Ooh.
That one was thrown behind Taylor Ward and got a piece of him.
They always are concerned anytime Taylor Ward gets hit with a pitch. Turned his body very well on that one. So that pitch coming inside just turns the body. He was pitched inside a lot against Oakland in that series too.
Ward gets hit by that pitch and has now been hit twice this year. A couple of base runners with 2 outs. With Rengifo's hit, he passes Bobby Witt Jr. for the American League lead in hitting. Carlos Correa now 3rd on that list. Correa batting .309, Witt .310, and Rengifo .312. The ball's in 1 strike on Sano, as struck out twice and homered. Angels with 3 home runs off of Jack Flaherty tonight. Phillies playing against Miami tonight. Marlins came back late to win 7-4. Bigger issues for the Phillies, some leg injuries to both Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber.
They've always had their tough time with the Marlins. Best record in the National League. Guardians lost today. They've had an incredible start to their season.
Ball 3. Cleveland playing Kansas City, lost 2-1. Guardians are 51-28, sitting pretty comfortably ahead in the AL Central right now. Cleveland entering today's play with an 8-game lead. Phillies also an 8-game lead over Atlanta. The Dodgers up 8.5 on the Padres. These are the biggest division leads in the majors. Smallest is the Yankees, 1 game on Baltimore entering today, and now those teams are in a virtual first place tie. The Astros continue to sneak up on Seattle, a 4.5-game difference in the AL West. Houston's won 7 straight.
Angels can hold on to this. They pick up another game on the Rangers, get that much closer to them.
3-2. Foul behind home plate, so the Angels would be 3.5. Make that 2.5 behind Texas if they win tonight, thanks to the Rangers' loss earlier.
Just 2 in the loss column. That's still pretty amazing. Got to take care of business here tonight still, though.
5-0 lead, full count on Sano. Swing and a miss on a changeup that would have been ball 4.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together.
Together. Together.
Giving up on trying to get rid of batting average, there's no beating it.
Ryan Kenny's always thinking about baseball, and he's fired up for 2024.
These are the standards by which major leaguers are measured.
Watch the show for the thinking fan, MLB Now, on MLB Network.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning on MLB Network and MLB.tv.
Against one of the hottest hitters in the game. Riley Greene starts him off with a slider. Then he gets a changeup. He's out in front, pulls it foul. Tried to backdoor a curveball 0-2 and then freezes him with a fastball 92 down that middle part of the plate. Pitching extremely well into the 8th inning now. It's Daniel.
Angels have made some defensive changes. Luis Guillorme has entered to play second base. Enciel Perez looks at a strike. Luis Rengifo has moved over to third base. This is the list of pitchers that have gone at least 7 scoreless in their first major league starts as Angels. Jared Weaver was the last one in 2006. He went 7. The others went 9, including Steve Keeley, the last to do it. Andy Messersmith on that list, as well as Bill Kelso. All from the 60s except Weaver. So it's a short list, and it's one that's hardly been touched outside of an Angels great in Weaver in the last 55 years.
Wayne, he continues to throw first pitch strikes. It's amazing what he has done.
It's ball and 2 strikes on Perez.
Even when he misses, it's not by a lot. So when you hear that oohs and ahs, I think you have a chance now if you're Davis Daniels to get a chase on it with Guillorme at second, Rengifo over third base, playing short now though. After that one there, but he's pitched so well here tonight. Defense has backed him up. He worked quickly, throws a lot of strikes. His 88th pitch coming up now.
2-2 on Perez. Line drive past Rengifo, a base hit. Ward cuts it off. That's just the 4th Tigers hit and the first since Riley Greene singled in the 4th inning. So the leadoff man on for Detroit. And we will hear what's on the menu at Jack in the Box.
All these munchies are under $4 each. At Jack, every bite's a big deal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
I mean, even that wasn't a bad pitch either. That was a pretty good changeup. It was down and away. Perez just went with it the other way. It's a good swing on it, but a good pitch.
Brings up Baddoo, who has struck out twice. He takes strike 1. That has been the best friend of Davis Daniel tonight. As the phone is starting to ring in the Angels bullpen, Luis Garcia will be the first to get out.
Amazing. He's faced 24 batters today, 21 first pitch strikes.
Balls and 2 strikes on Baddoo. He's lucky to get a piece there.
Well, he got him out with that changeup already tonight.
Some good work tonight from Davis Daniel to get into the 8th inning in his first major league start. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Baddoo for a 3rd time.
Another changeup, punch out.
8 strikeouts for Davis Daniel.
Boy, this is a great feel for his changeup. See how he turns that one over, the grip he has with his changeup.
Ties his season high in strikeouts that he had at AAA. 8 in a game. Here's Justin Henry Malloy. Malloy, the designated hitter, as he takes ball 1.
He has some power.
He's a 6th round pick of the Braves out of Georgia Tech a few years ago. There's some power right on the front of the Angels dugout.
That'll get your attention. There was a time where there wasn't a guardrail and netting there. Trust me.
2 balls and a strike on Malloy. So now 7 1/3 for Daniel.
Which will be the 97th. This could end up being the last batter here.
Gonna work a little harder here in the 8th. 2 balls and a strike on Malloy. And a foul back makes it 2-2. McKinstry, a left-handed batter on deck as Garcia gets ready. Joey Wentz is up in the Tigers bullpen. Broken bat, bouncing ball. Rengifo charging, gloving, throwing in time. Malloy's the second out of the inning as Perez goes to second. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
He's pitched inside effectively too, Wayne. That's the second time he's got a soft ground ball on a fastball in. Shell in the first. Boy, there on that one. Nice play by Rengifo, who started the game at second base.
2 outs. McKinstry with a line drive to left. Taylor Ward is there. It is 8 shutout innings in the major league start for the first time. Davis Daniel has been incredible.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Bobby Witt Jr. is an absolute superstar in the making.
I've never seen anything like him.
He's one of the best players in baseball.
Highlight reel play, Bobby Witt Jr. That's why we call him Bobby Baseball.
He is a generational talent.
I want to win a World Series. I want to do it in Kansas City.
This guy is the cream of the crop right now.
Sensational again.
It is crazy, wiry, athletic pop that's only going to get better.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot.
He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? And he makes the play.
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
To you by Nissan. Buckle up for an epic test drive at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event. By Spectrum, get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. And by Safety Shot, the world's first rapid alcohol reducer. Extend the night, enhance the morning. Well, Davis Daniel with truly one of the great first major league starts in franchise history tonight.
And I know Ron Washington loves to give that hug for a starting pitcher dominant like that, but he's going to maybe go back in there for another hug for him. He's been that good. His teammates, you got to really feel for him. First major league start, did a nice job in the bullpen last year, but all around hugs the entire team. What a job by Davis Daniel. Unbelievable job.
Now, this will not be his first major league victory, because he got one in his last relief appearance last year. He pitched 5 scoreless innings of relief in a game against the A's last September. But this is his first major league start, and it has been 8 glorious innings from Davis Daniel. The Angels have supported him with 5 runs, including 3 homers, one of them by Willie Calhoun. He leads off here at the bottom of the 8th against Joey Wentz. Daniel, just the 4th pitcher in Angels history to go at least 8 scoreless in his first big league start, and the first since August 21st, 1969, when Steve Keeley shut out an Orioles juggernaut, a team that went to the World Series that year and won it the next year.
Just absolutely incredible. The importance of throwing strikes.
Calhoun strikes out on a foul tip, 1 away.
And you can see the outs. He got a lot of them in the strike zone. It's our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. 11 with a 4-seam. Misses in zone. Changeup, slider, curveball. Unbelievable. Throwing strikes, but getting hitters out in zone. Hitters generally try to bring you into zone as a pitcher. He got outs in zone because he was on the edges. First pitch strikes, and then had him guessing, and he guessed wrong.
Davis Daniel will be front and center on the Angels live postgame show coming up next, presented by OC Navigator.
It's absolutely incredible effort. Especially all the innings the bullpen has had to give the last couple of days to have that kind of performance is outstanding.
It really almost makes this a 3-game series for the bullpen, with an off day coming up Monday before the road trip starts in Oakland next week. Jose Marte is warming up in the bullpen now. So it looks like he'll pitch the 9th inning. Man, Davis Daniel today, just absolutely incredible performance. There's Marte and Ben Joyce loosening up as well. Swing and a miss for strike 3 by Ohapi. How about this too? 8 strikeouts in his first major league start. The last time an Angels pitcher had even that many was 1965. Rudy May had 10 in his first major league start.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal.
Only 3 Angels have ever had 8 strikeouts or more in their first major league starts. Rudy May, Daniel tonight, and Bob Lee in 1964.
These pitchers did that in the 60s.
Yeah.
Before they even raised the mound. What they do that after 60?
After 68.
68, yes. Or lower the mound they did. I wish they would have raised the mound.
Yes, I'm sure that would have been nice for you.
Yes.
Last major league pitcher to throw 8 scoreless innings with 8 strikeouts in his first big league start. You have to go back to 2001. Jason Jennings for the Rockies at Shea Stadium against the Mets. So it has been the development of Davis Daniel tonight, taking over the headlines of this game. 3 home runs hit by the Angels. An absolutely amazing start by Davis Daniel. We'll see if the Angels can hold it in the 9th.
Fernando Tatis.
This guy is a package of dynamite. He's the best.
Oh, he made the catch!
This guy's putting on a display.
At his best, he makes the game so much fun to watch.
What doesn't he do?
I think he's the most popular player.
He just got flair.
He's gonna steal home! You are a cartoon character! Come on!
power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
The first 25,000 fans will receive a Christmas beanie courtesy of Santa Ana College. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info on Christmas in June.
I just love those sounds. The jingles.
Jingle your heart away here starting tomorrow.
Well, thank you for that one.
It's going to be a grand old time. 'Tis the season for you.
Yes.
It's the top of the ninth. The Angels with a 5-0 lead. Davis Daniel is done after 8 spectacular innings in his major league debut. And now it is Ben Joyce's turn to wow the crowd here at the Big A tonight.
.97-mile-an-hour, that sinker.
Carson Kelly leading off, hitting a bouncer foul. Game 2 of this series tomorrow, 6:30. Zach Plesac will start against Kenta Maeda. Saturday night, Griffin Canning against Reese Olson. Sunday's a day game. Tyler Anderson and Casey Mize. .101 upstairs by Kelly.
Run to that too. Ben Joyce.
Went by so quickly so far, and it just got dark. A little over 2 hours old. So we're in the 9th inning with a 5-0 Angels lead. Kelly, it's a bouncer to short. Netto charges in, surrounds it, and gets it to first in time.
Going back to our Hyundai key for the game today. Rap guy. Davis Daniels rapping around the strike zone all night long, and then the power swings from Cano. Rengifo, Calhoun, wrap that out of the ballpark. A lot of rapping going on here tonight for the Halos.
They'll wrap their way to a 5-0 lead in the 9th inning. Swing and a miss by Vierling. One more from Davis Daniel. 8 shutout innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks in a first big league start. It's only the 4th time that's ever happened. Liner to right center, hit pretty deep. Adele is back for it near the wall, makes the catch. George McQuillan in 1907, Russ Ford in 1910, and Ron Herbel for the Giants in 1964.
So you're saying it was a few years ago.
8 innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks, no runs. A list of 4 dating all the way back to 1901. Davis Daniel made some history tonight. Now Ben Joyce trying to close it out. Strike 1 to Colt Keith, who is 0 for 3. Hard up the middle. Netto's able to field it. Gets himself in position. Say goodnight to the Tigers. A brilliant performance in his first major league start. Davis Daniel earns the win after 8 shutout innings. The Angels hit 3 home runs, and they take game 1 of this series 5-0 to make it 4 in a row.
What a performance. Davis Daniel, dominant, 8 shutout. The offense with 3 home runs. It's all about Daniel. Been looking forward to Erica getting a chance to talk to Davis Daniel after that performance. What a job. Has he been sweating?
I don't think so.
That was unreal.
Well, that was the performance of a lifetime, truly, for Davis Daniel tonight. 8 shutout innings in his first start as a big leaguer.
Oh, everything working. Fastball, changeup was electric. Slider, curveball, command, first pitch, strikes. And efficient, and he worked extremely fast. What a job. 92-mile-an-hour fastball, freezing batters. Unreal. Unbelievable performance.
Well, one of the great first major league starts in Angels history. Really in baseball history tonight from Davis Daniel, who just brutalized the Tigers. And he is our Toyota player of the game, standing by with Erica Weston.
Davis, your first career start in the big leagues, and it was a good one. 8 shutout innings. Describe what's going through your mind right now after completing this outing.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was a lot of fun. I felt like me and Hoppy were on the same page from the first inning, and you know, the offense hit a couple big homers to help propel us, and some good defense behind me, and just felt like everything was rolling.
Did that help you settle in a little bit, getting the run support early on?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew I felt good after the first couple innings, and then seeing the ball go out when Sano hit it, I kind of settled in after that and felt really good.
A lot of first pitch strikes too. Was that the key to being so efficient in your outing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been preached all year, you know, from the minor leagues all the way up. So just trying to continue to do the same thing here and just execute.
I know you were in a zone when you were walking off the mound after you knew your night was over, but the fans over the dugout giving you a standing ovation as you were walking off the field. What did that mean to you?
Yeah, absolutely. It was awesome. The fans were great tonight. It was a great atmosphere, a lot of fun, and you know, excited to be back at it.
Last one for you. Big hug from Wash in the dugout, as he's known to do with his starters. What did he say to you?
Just great job, and you know, welcome, and you know, just congratulations and things like that. It was it was a good conversation.
Well done. Enjoy this. Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much. Go Rangers.
All right, guys.
Hey, Christmas came early there, didn't it?
And the halo will shine brightly tonight as the Angels find Davis Daniels' first big league start, pull off a 5-0 win. We'll be back to wrap it up.
When you pull on a pair of Tecovas boots, good times are sure to follow. We've got the perfect pair for a hard day's work, a night on the town, and just about anything in between. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
Learning to invest with Greenlight has really paid off.
Huh. Reminds me of how I learned about investing. Yeah, I never learned about investing.
Is there water in this thing?
Bring your family into the financial future.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Halos hit 3 home runs, and they win 5-0 against the Tigers. Tomorrow, they'll try to make it 5 straight wins. Game 2 of this series against Detroit. Nissan Angels Live will start at 6. And coming up next, Angels Live postgame presented by the OC Healthcare Agency with Patrick O'Neill and Tim Salmon. From Mark Rubens and Erica Weston, I'm Wayne Randazzo. We say goodnight from Angel Stadium.
The world thinks.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
This will be the last moment you ever think of soda as being a dirty word.
Soda!
Because this is Poppy, and Poppy is soda. It tastes like soda, even better than others. It looks like soda, smells like soda, and fizzes like soda. Because it is soda. It will be the soda your kids and grandkids think of when they think of soda. And that's because this soda has none of the bad stuff. Instead, it has all of the flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy.
I had no idea I was still paying for in-flight Wi-Fi until I finally checked my credit card statement 14 months and $600 later. That's why I created Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place. See something you no longer want? You can cancel it straight from the app. Download Rocket Money today.
When it comes to tickets, pick TickPick. You're picking the best prices guaranteed, with no hidden fees ever. Pick from thousands of live events. No hidden fees, more savings. Download the TickPick app.
Join the million-plus fans who have made game days more entertaining by playing along on Underdog. Basketball fans from all over the United States have won over $1 billion. Underdog Fantasy, calling all dogs.
I've given up on trying to get rid of batting average. There's no beating it.
Ryan Kenny's always thinking about baseball, and he's fired up for 2024.
These are the standards by which major leaguers are measured.
Watch the show for the thinking fan, MLB Now, on MLB Network.
Got it working right now. That is 4 consecutive wins. That's right. We welcome you to our Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator. Ben Joyce comes in with a clean 9th inning. Some nice defense behind him. Zach Netto, Adele, and the Angels beat the Tigers 5-0. And we welcome you down here on the field. Quick ball game, right? The sun barely went down. 2 hours and 5 minutes with Tim Salmon. I'm Patrick O'Neill. Davis Daniel was absolutely dealing. And just over my right shoulder here, right over here, and you're looking at him right now, is Davis's father and grandfather and his wife in from Alabama. The smile ear to ear. What a night for Davis. What a night for his family and the Angels.
I don't think he could have scripted it. I don't think anybody could have scripted it any better. You know, sometimes baseball just looks really easy. Tonight was one of those nights. I mean, it's amazing when you throw strikes and you change speeds, how dominant you can be on the mound, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, nothing was overpowering. He threw all 4 of his pitches for strikes. He just located. He threw strikes. I mean, the most telling thing of all, 22 out of 26 first pitch strikes.
Let's go.
Oh, my goodness. I think he's learned a few things down there in AAA, you know, starting out. But, hey, at the end of the day, I mean, 91% strike with his fastball to the right-handed batters. I mean, my goodness, when a right-handed batter has to respect your fastball, it makes all those other pitches play into it. And then, of course, his changeup was the great equalizer pitch to the lefties. I mean, that changeup, 74% strike rate. He was just dealing. I mean, every time you looked up, it was 0-1, 0-2, 1-2. I'm trying to think, did he even get to a full count? I mean, or, you know, a 3-ball count? I don't even know tonight. I mean, it was unbelievable how easy he made it look, how effortless he made it look. This was not a Garrett Cole throwing 98, 99 and guys weren't. I mean, he's throwing 93 miles an hour and locating. And I tell you what, it's a little bit of a lost art in this game today when you guys are chasing velo and spin rate. And, you know, guess what? They might be throwing hard and spinning it, but a lot of times they catch the middle of the plate. This guy was throwing on the corners, moving the ball around, moving the hitter's eyes, and I don't care who you're facing. I mean, I mean, this Detroit club, right, they may not be swinging it, but I'm telling you, if you're making bad fastballs down the middle, they're going to hit them. And he wasn't doing that tonight.
That was awesome. It really is. These are the stories that you love in the game of baseball, but certainly pitching ahead, and you can see that was what they preached all spring training. Get ahead. First pitch strikes, and that was certainly the difference. And the long ball, certainly you need some offense, and the Angels got to Jack Flaherty with 3 homers. But we'll start with the first 2 solo shots. You got Sano. Needed that one, right? His first is coming off the IL, and then Calhoun in the 4th.
Well, and, you know, remember we talked about 22 innings without only giving up 1 run. Jack Flaherty's been dealing, but he made a mistake right here to Sano. You cannot throw the big boy with 2 strikes, a fastball, middle in, and miss on the inside part of the plate. He made you pay for that one right there. And then, of course, 4th inning comes along. Willie Calhoun goes up there, ambitious the first fastball, got one out over the plate. Good for him. Like to see him going up there, swinging the bat aggressively early in the count, and took advantage. I mean, at that point, it gave the Angels a 2-0 lead. And boy, with the way Davis Daniel was throwing, you kind of felt like it was a big lead at 2-0. I mean, it really had that feeling, which is surprising because you don't. I mean, anytime you find yourself in a situation like that, up and you're up 2-0, it feels like a big lead with your starter on the mound. That's a special feeling.
Yeah,
you needed more.
You wanted a little more, but I actually thought, I said, this guy could go out there and throw a 1-0 complete game shutout. This was his first big league start, 5th ever game in the show. Unreal. He'll probably be coming out here and talking to his family if he's not here. He's out there right now. That's just incredible. That's awesome. Okay, let's go to the 5th inning scoring. Well, these are the add-on runs that you needed.
Well, who does it start with? The guy we've been talking about. It seems like at nauseum right now, Zach Netto. I mean, he's in the middle of every great play, every great, offensive outburst, whatever it takes. I mean, he gets the slider again. Earlier in the game, he hit a slider foul, and I could almost read his mind. He was probably saying, you know what? Gosh, keep that ball fair, but
2 outs.
Comes up with 2 outs. And I'm going to tell you guys something right here.
Tell me.
The Angels, number 4 in baseball, 238 batting average with hitting with 2 outs and runners in scoring positions. That's number 4 in baseball. They had 4 2-out runs tonight. Luis Rengifo coming up here. I mean, my goodness, this guy.
You know who leads the American League in batting right now? It is Luis Rengifo.
You know what? When you see guys having this kind of a run right now, it's really special. I mean, he's out there throwing out 2 hits every night, coming up with big hits. Again, he's another guy that's right in the middle of something offensively for this club for, whenever they're scoring those big runs and big innings. So it's nice to see this lineup with, like I said, 3, 4, 5 guys in it, swing the bat well, and pitching's doing well. Defense is playing great.
Great defense. You mentioned, that's right, you mentioned the defense. We'll talk about that on the other side. Behind Davis Daniel, we saw some fantastic defensive plays. We're rolling on with more Angels Live right after this. Don't go anywhere. Coming back with more. Davis Daniel celebrating his first start in the bigs. 8 shutouts. Let's go.
All the big hits, all the great grabs, and all the swagger. Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
What a show!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Pete Alonso, franchise cornerstone, homegrown Met.
That's the guy you want to build your team around.
Pete has turned into such an intelligent hitter.
If you hit it, it goes, that's for sure.
Oh, man, Pete got a hold of one.
There's not many guys who can do what he does from an offensive standpoint.
It's out of here, and the Mets win it! Into the second deck!
That ball was tattooed.
Polar Bear's a ribby machine.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. It's a good one. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. There is Davis Daniel with wife Meg. They got the entire family in from Alabama. You got Dad Rusty. There's Rusty coming in, just in from Alabama. Grandfather Pop is here. Get Pop over here. And to me, this is what makes the game of baseball fantastic. I mean, these are generations. It's the biggest moment of their lives right here. All that work, Tim.
Huh? It really is. I mean, I've been there with my own dad.
Look at him. He's getting emotional right there.
I know. Yeah, I mean, when you have kids, I mean, there's nothing that makes you more proud than see your kid have success, right?
Right.
I mean, in anything. And
yes.
I tell you what, that's just got to be a special moment for them to experience that. I mean, to be here on that night, in this game, I mean.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to get emotional. Great job by our crew getting that. Thank you very much. The defense behind Davis Daniel early. Making plays. And Logan O'Hoppe set the tone.
He totally set the tone. I mean, he came out of the gate firing. I mean, he threw out a runner in that first inning. I mean, to me, that's the key right there, to get your defense, get your catcher in the middle of it right here. And as we said, first guy gets on base, well, hey, we're going to throw him out right there. That's a great job. I thought he had a very good jump, too. O'Hoppe did a fantastic job. And then this play right here, this was a tough one. I didn't think they had a chance. I was watching Davis Daniel the whole way saying, you better let that catcher get it, because he's the only one that's going to have the chance. And then, of course, Rengifo right here coming across. I mean, to be at second base, coming across the bag, throwing from the shortstop on the run, that's fantastic. What else can... Renifo's doing everything.
Yes, he is.
We've talked about, I mean, Moniak seems like he's making a catch every night out there, covering a lot of ground, doing some great things back there. And, again, it's one of those periods in the summer where you got to say, hey, take it in right now. They're clicking on all cylinders. I mean, it seems like a month or so ago we couldn't get them hitting, we couldn't get them pitching at the same time, we couldn't get them playing defense. Right now it's clicking at the same time. So enjoy it while you can. Hey, while you got the wind at your back, keep it going. I'm telling you, boys, don't get complacent.
Yeah, and one thing Ron Washington said to me earlier today, he said they're putting the work in every single day. And in 2 months, when it gets to the dog days, he said, we are going to be dogs. I mean, Ron Washington is really doing a great job leading these young players. And Luis Rengifo, he talked about, now hitting .312. He's ahead of Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah. He's ahead of Judge. He's ahead of Correa, who got drilled today in the arm. I hope he's going to be okay. But Luis Rengifo is now leading the American League in batting average.
I know, isn't that amazing? I mean, I think it's awesome. We have a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, you have a handful of players on this club that are really doing some special things, which is awesome to see. But like you've mentioned a few times, you got the trade deadline coming. They might be hot commodities out there, but Luis Rengifo is putting together just a fantastic season. Again, I think I referenced it in the pregame show. You got to credit Ron Washington on this. I mean, the accountability across the board is keeping all these boys' toes to the fire. They're all going out there giving everything they can. They're not taking any pitches off, any days off, any innings off. And Rengifo is a guy that's, he's a streaky player. That's his past. He's shown that he's streaky. He can do some amazing things. But right now we're seeing an unprecedented run of consistency in his game that's just it's been fantastic to watch.
Picking up his 5th home run. He's got some pop. Let's see if he can get to double digits. That's fantastic watching him play. Ron Washington, moments ago, the team's won 4 straight. Wash, what you got?
Wash, the night belonged to Davis Daniel. Historic first start. What do you think overall?
Overall, it was a historic night for Davis with Daniels. I got to get his first name. I call these guys by their last name so much. But he was 22 out of 26 first pitch strikes, changed speeds, used all his pitches, moved the ball around. He told me at the end of the 8th he had more left, but that meant he would have to go 115 pitches to maybe try to get out of that game. And I wanted him to feel good about what he did. And so we went to Joyce to try to let the other team know that this game was done.
His demeanor, too. I mean, he worked so quickly. It looked like he really broke a sweat out there.
Well, he barely broke a sweat, but he did work fast, and he threw strikes, and he changed speeds. That was the key right there. Kept the ball down, elevated the ball when he had to. He was in control the whole night. And a good baseball game is determined by how that guy on the mound handled his business. And he handled his business tonight, and that was a crisp, sharp ball game.
Is it safe to say he's going to get another turn in there?
Well, we haven't talked about that, but I think when you go 8 innings and throw 8 innings of shutout baseball, if there's an opportunity, he will get it.
What was kind of the reports on him coming in? Because, you know, he's kind of been in this spot where he's gotten a couple chances at the big league level, but not really this kind of chance. I mean, what
Well, the reports were that he was throwing strikes. And that's all we needed to hear, that he was throwing strikes. And he certainly was on our radar. Did we figure he would come up here and do what he did tonight? No, we was just trying to get 5 good innings out of him, and then we had to do in the bullpen. But he took it to 8. Outstanding.
Flaherty came in with good numbers, but I guess I'll see there's some less than a few homers off. It looks like an approach against Flaherty.
Well, we had a good approach. He got some breaking balls up. He tried to sneak a fastball by Sano with his first home run, and the other guy hit a breaking ball, and Calhoun hit a fastball. So we needed to do that against that guy, because if they would have gotten the lead first with his quality of pitching, you never know what might have happened. So we got out front first, and we kept the lead.
Detroit got a pair of hits in the first, but he got out of it. Just, did you say anything, or did he say anything after the first, because it was shut down?
No, after the first, I just told him keep pitching. The rest was him. He went out there and did what he had to do. And again, it was outstanding. I don't think we could have scripted it any better. And it gave our bullpen another chance to get a break.
You know, a lot of guys without a lot of major league experience have trouble finding the strikes on either they can't or they're afraid to. What does it tell you about his makeup that he was trusting this stuff?
Well, he showed tremendous makeup, and got to give old Hoppy credit to help him get through what he got through tonight. He was very efficient, you know, to get to 99 pitches in the 8th inning. You know, if I just didn't think I needed to send him out there again. I wanted to shut that game off right there, and we did.
Is it you know, it seems like pitchers have been coming up and in on Taylor Ward quite a bit, and I know obviously what he dealt with last year. I'm curious, just as a manager, if you've noticed that and if you have any kind of thoughts on it.
Well, when you're the type of dangerous hitter that he is, you know, they've been coming up and in. I think that's I can only remember this is the first time he got hit this year. He's been spinning off those balls, but hey, he's a quality hitter. You come in there, I get my toe hold back. As soon as you miss, I'm going to get you. And that's the attitude Taylor Ward has.
How nice is it to go from a guy throwing low 90s to a guy throwing 100 in the 9th inning?
Well, I tell you, in that 9th inning there, they got some good swings off, but hey, it was at people. And that's what it's about. Usually as a hitter, I'd rather see somebody come in there throwing harder that can get it over the plate than some guy that's changing speeds all the time. So, I mean, those last 3 guys we faced with Joyce out there, they were swinging the bat. And that last out, that wasn't an easy out. Big Papa made it look easy, but it wasn't an easy out.
Rengifo moved into the AL lead in batting average and first homer over a month. Just what's made him so consistent?
His aggressiveness, and he has great bat-to-ball skill. I don't think there's any pitch that they can throw up there that Rengifo think he can't hit. And when he swing at those pitches, he usually put them in play and find holes. So I'm happy for him. He told me in Tampa when he wasn't playing a whole lot that he know he can get up in there and do the job. And ever since then, he's really been doing the job.
100%. Great stuff from Wash with a 4-game winning streak. Those pressers are running long. Reporters got questions for the team that's on a heater. Back with more looking ahead to tomorrow. Next.
What's up at DQ? These two are debating which $7 meal.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
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 Christopher Russo is the Mad Dog.
Things are shaping up as far as 2024 is concerned.
And the only thing he loves more than baseball is talking about it.
It's a fun time of the year.
Watch High Heat on MLB Network.
We are back here with our Angels Live postgame presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Tell you what, the last week, Willie Calhoun has been swinging a hot bat, a lot of extra base hits. Tonight, some thunder in that bat. Second homer of the year, went a long way. It was a pretty swing. You like that? Were you appreciative of that nice swing?
I love his swing. I mean, he's always been a guy that can swing the bat and hit. I mean, even back to his high school days. I mean, it's always been a matter of where do you play him, but he's always had a bat. He's always had a bat.
Yeah, listen, we're putting some finishing touches on the show with some good baseball that we're seeing. And Zach Netto has been so impressive. Ron Washington mentioned that last defensive play that he made not being an easy play. Thought we'd just look at it again because Big Papa, as Wash says, makes it look easy.
Yeah, he does make it look easy. I mean, I've really come to marvel at, just the the intuitiveness he has. Yeah, here we go. We're going to get the play going right here. Yeah, line drive up the middle almost takes off your pitcher. That's a short hop right there. And, he's got to play that off to the side, and that's one that, as hard as it was hit, it could easily get by him. Anytime it hits the ground, it can skip by him. But, I think the play that really impressed me the most, the ones that he comes in and he kind of throws off balance. Yeah. He really comes in, keeps his glove down low, gets that short hop, gets the hop that he wants, and then makes that off-balance throw. He's just doing so many amazing things right now where we're really seeing all of his skills in every aspect of his game.
Exactly right. Came down here for the last 3 outs. That first out of the ninth inning, exactly like you're talking about. That off-balance throw right on the money to Shonowell. And his hitting at the plate does it again tonight and picks up an 11 stolen base.
Yep. I mean, he's doing everything. I mean, again, the slider, I mean, he's going to get his fair share of sliders and off-speed pitches because he has a little bit of thump in his bat. And as I was talking to him today, it comes down to you're going to get those pitches, but if you're up there trying to turn on fastballs, you're going to pull them foul. The fact that he's keeping these sliders fair means that he's got the right approach on the fastball, using the big part of the field right there. And like I said, I think earlier in the game, he had a slider early in the count, and I think he was maybe sitting a little bit more fastball, and he pulled it foul over here into the netting, and I could almost read his mind like, oh, I got my pitch. Okay, all right, just let it get to me, So anyway, he's doing a fantastic job all the way around, and again, I can't emphasize enough. I mean, these are the times in the summer where you got to really enjoy what's happening on the field because you got some players that are playing to their full potential.
That's a good reason. That's a good endorsement to get out here to the Big A and watch these kids in action. Zach Netto leads the Angels in doubles with 19 at Davis Daniel. Put on a show. Looking ahead to tomorrow. Next.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning. A revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ballgame when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning on MLB Network and MLB.tv.
Let your voice be heard with the 2024 MLB All-Star Ballot presented by BuildSubmarines.com.
Boy, that was hit a ton.
That's right. You get to decide who represents your team at the MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard this summer in Arlington.
Oh, what a shot. He has a feel for the moment, doesn't he? And he makes the play.
So make your picks today at MLB.com/vote.
Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
Angels win. A whole lot of McDonald's going on right now. Free fries tomorrow, free medium fries with any $2 purchase, only on the app at participating McDonald's. So the Angels on a bit of a heater here at home, and free fries, and hopefully we keep this rolling. And you got Zach Plesac taking the bump tomorrow for the Angels, going against Kenta Maeda for the Detroit Tigers. Maeda, 14 start coming up. Plesac, he was lit up a little bit in his last one. He's 1-1. What do you like in this matchup?
Well, first of all, I love Zach Plesac. I mean, he's an old school guy. He goes out there, he competes. He doesn't have maybe the stuff he had a few years ago, but I'm telling you what, he competes, and you love to play behind guys like that. It's those fun guys to watch. He's going to attack the zone. He's going to work high in the zone. Hopefully he has the stuff working tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is a Tigers team that is scuffling right now, right?
Yeah.
Last 11 games, they only have 3 wins, and that runs per game is in the low 2s per game. So hopefully Zach could keep it right there. Can't wait for tomorrow. Tim, great job. Fun working with you as always.
Yep, as always.
Yeah, especially getting these wins. Tim shows up, by the way, and the Angels haven't lost. Just throwing that out there. He's a big fish in this small pond right here at the Big A. Angels 5, Tigers nothing. Sano going deep, Calhoun going deep, Rengifo continuing to drive the ball, but Davis Daniel is the story tonight. Angels 5, Tigers nothing. Angels live tomorrow, 6 p.m. for our entire Angels crew. Patrick O'Neill saying good night. Go Halos.